2021. Please drink responsibly.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pints Pants Podcast, episode number 17, I believe. Today, we're going to talk about a bunch of things. Fairy Blossom Festival, and we have a guest. So, I'm your host, Mick Pettit. With me, as always, is Drew.
Druidic Tinker, if you feel like looking me up on Twitter. Have fun spelling that.
Yeah, it's weird. And you can go ahead and
It's a
introduce yourself,
three-way pun.
too.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Dustin Adeir. I have a Facebook.
That's his name.
Not a tweeter. But
No? You not Twitter? No?
I don't have any Pinterest, whatever.
Oh, man.
Facebook.
Facebook. Oh, no, I've quit using Facebook. I'm, done with Facebook.
I know.
But it has cat pictures that are cute little
Yeah,
cats.
but you can see those all over Twitter, man. Daily cat pictures.
I just figured that Facebook's kind of all in one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
everything.
Twitter seems limited.
Well, or no, Instagram. That's the one everybody else is
Oh,
doing.
yeah, Instagram, that's where everybody's going to now.
Yeah, and it's like, you can post pictures on Facebook, too.
Yeah.
That was my thoughts on it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I have Instagram, but I don't use it hardly ever. Twitter is where I went, because if I want to see something, it's like, oh, news, there it is.
Yeah. My mom uses Twitter now.
Cool.
And
Hey, look, it's
kinda
us.
Well,
strange.
now I feel old.
Wow.
It's kind of strange because she's always posting political stuff all the time.
I think I saw your mom yesterday. I think I saw your mom yesterday. Did you buy a bunch of stuff at a garage sale yesterday?
Probably.
Yeah.
I went to that garage.
The one
sale, too.
right down the hill? Yeah.
She was like, "There's a cool smoker out there you might like," and I went there and it was missing some racks, so I didn't buy it. But
You totally missed out, though.
yeah,
Because I got all 6 seasons of Highlander.
Huh.
Great
Right.
show. And a blue black ice snowball. $10.
nice.
Yes! Another microphone, even though I have 20. Let's see. We want to talk about the Fairy Blossom Festival. I know you might go. Should be cool. You might win, too, because it might happen.
We're not biased.
No, it's all gonna. We're gonna do that live too.
We're
We're gonna do a whole live thing, and hopefully the person will be watching. But that's gonna be June 15th. We're gonna do the live reveal, I guess, of who wins.
Oof, angry adult chocolate milk. This is great.
You need a scoop of ice cream, and that's what you need.
No, can't have them together. Gotta have them separate.
Vanilla ice cream in there and let it soak in.
All right, that does kind of sound
Because then
pretty appealing.
it's a beer float. It's great.
Someone try that. Tell
Stout.
us how it
They
is.
had a stout ice cream or something, that Fruit and Scoop in Astoria.
Oh, did they?
From Fort George. One of
Nice.
their stouts. They also I went to a brewery that's based in somewhere in Holland or something. I don't know.
Oh, damn.
It's called New Holland, Michigan, and they got a brewery called
Probably
New Holland
based in
Brewery.
Michigan.
Yeah, and then they got they had a Dragon's Milk 14% stout.
Ooh, those are good.
And,
That's
Oh, heck. I
It
want
was
to try
called
that.
It was called a Dragon's Milk Stout Brownie, and it comes as a float with a brownie in it. or
Oh
something.
man.
Nice.
When we had that, it was Brandon and Molly got that, and Brandon said he wanted to meet the dragon that this came from. Molly said, "I want to meet the knight who got the milk from the dragon."
How do you milk a dragon?
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
And 14-something%.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like,
that's why Fort George gets as close to that New Holland, because I tried a few stouts there. They were all really good, and then Fort George they have one called Matroshka, and it's a Russian Imperial Bourbon Barrel Aged stout.
that'd be good.
And I don't really like bourbon barrel aged stouts. I like bourbon, and I like stout, but
You don't like the
Not
bourbon
together.
aged, yeah.
I pretty much only drink stouts, mostly. And then, I tried the Matroshka. They have it in bottles still up there.
Oh, do
made
they?
small batches of it. I asked them to fill a keg, but it's 12%. Or not a keg,
A growler. They won't do it.
They were like, "Oh, we don't do that with that strong of beer." So, okay.
I have a bottle
Damn
of the
it.
Three Wise Men. Have you had that one?
Yeah. And they had 1,000 Years of Silence Mexican Imperial Stout.
Ooh, I didn't
That was
never
really
had
good.
that one.
Yeah, they had.
Is that one of their yearly?
I went to Stout Month in
Oh.
February. God, they had.
That'd be so
Yeah,
good.
Stout Month is wonderful.
That's my favorite thing. I got it from my mom.
Yeah.
The chewier, the better.
Yeah.
Like Old Rasputin.
Viscous.
Great.
Freaking old Rasputin, yeah.
That's what Marcus was drinking the other day.
I don't have any memories of drinking old Rasputin. For reasons.
Not at all.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I went to a brew store to buy some stuff to make mead or whatever. I was like, well, next I have a empty 5-gallon carboy and an empty fermenter, so I could either make the next wine I was gonna make, which is like a triple berry, or I could make a beer. So I'm thinking of doing a stout, and I was like, I thought stout would be the hardest one to make, and he's like,
Nah.
He's like, no, man, because stout just there's so much. It's so strong, like you can't really mess it up. Like if you're trying to make like a nice.
That's what we're going for. Easy on the beginners.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, that may puts my hopes up a little bit. So maybe.
Okay,
I'll,
thank you. I shall try.
Nice.
I was like, maybe
I have a book. It's like 1,001 clone recipes. So
Yes.
it's got like everything in there. If you ever want to look at it.
Yeah.
There's a few I've been going like Moose Drool and stuff like that. Going through there, I'm like, I think I'm gonna bookmark this one and this one.
My favorite all around, like best rounded stout that I've ever had is that I probably have drank a keg of or more by myself. It's at the Pitchwood all the time. The one that they have on the far left, Cavatica stout.
Oh yeah, Cavatica.
Yes.
That was on that. That's my 3-pint beer.
We had
Because when I had my
we're
my
familiar with that one.
Yeah.
when I had my my computer and stuff in the studio here, I was doing a bunch of editing, and I had a pint, and I rolled over and got another one, and I rolled back. I did that about 5 times, and then I stood up.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, I'm gonna fall over. that was some fun times. That was actually what we were drinking when the birth of the podcast. When we first moved into the house, upstairs in our house, there's where the podcast first started. The room, it's a blue room. It's got vaulted ceilings, and we're all just sitting around,
cozy.
all tired. And my friend Colin was kind of sitting up against the wall, and he had a lamp
Chamber Wolf.
next to him. And I looked over, and the shadow was so perfect that it looked like he had this awesome mullet.
Glorious mullet.
And I lost it. I could not stop laughing. And then he goes, oh my God, it's so great. That was hilarious. Hot as balls in that room, though.
Yeah, it was.
You think it's a little warm in here?
Yeah.
That little room up there was so hot.
Oh yeah, that summertime too. Probably.
And that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mick just replaced the, oh, geez, those halogens. Wow.
Yeah, the stage lights.
They
out
had
there.
to have a fan on them if
Yeah.
that tells you. Jeez,
It
halogen
popped
stage lights, man.
Popped the fuse the other day. And that is on the one we lost. That's the one that popped like mid, and all of a sudden it goes, boom. Uh-oh, what happened? Yep, lights just died. Then it got about 20 degrees cooler. Nice. Pretty much.
Can't see, but
Yeah, yeah.
you can-
Well, it wasn't too bad. It didn't change the video too much, which was nice. But now I got these nice ones. So I got the
LEDs.
super bright ones. I got them for $10. Garage
Those
sale.
LEDs. These
Yeah.
ones?
Yep.
Yeah.
They all are.
Oh, that's.
Yep. Those are the same brand. They're just soft white.
Every time I look up there, I get spots.
Yeah.
I know. Why do you keep looking at them?
I have no idea.
I don't know if you noticed my 2 new things over there. I got Picard and
Oh.
Kirk. They're Christmas ornaments from '95.
Oh,
They're
wow.
like 50 cents a piece at secondhand store. I gotta buy those. Those are cool. And they're plastic. They won't break. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Fair Blossom this year. It's gonna be really good.
That's in PL.
It's like right outside of PL. So it's called the Red Hawk Avalon. It's really awesome. It's like a couple acres, like campground stuff. They're on Airbnb and stuff like that. Marcus is working on all of his costumes Monday for him and his wife, which is awesome. But it's going to be so cool.
Oh, I found on costumes, I found some steel toes that are made to go on the outside of your boot.
Oh, actual steel toes?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, some people have those at work that
It's going to look
but
pretty
they're
cool.
not they're not steel though. There's some kind of that other approved.
The super hard plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
You can replace.
Those are
them or
nice
whatever,
because they don't weigh anything at all.
but- Yeah.
These ones, they weigh a couple.
Clodhoppers.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
Make sure you have some good leg strength if you want to give it a kick.
I've been driving a clutch for years, and then I bought a
that's-
little
is that what you call it?
Festiva.
Clutch.
Yeah, when your Ford breaks down, you
Yeah. Yeah.
clutch.
When you step on the brake and nothing happens. Oh my God.
Yeah, his master cylinder is going out. Well, I guess it's my master cylinder now on the Festiva.
Yeah.
Good news is,
That was
though,
my car.
it's just gonna like coast into something and boop.
Yep.
Tiny car.
Yep.
But the clutch on that one, he must have replaced the spring on that before I got it, because
Was it like,
just to pop the clutch.
jeez. I remember when Levi borrowed my car after he got married. And he brought it back and he's like, yeah, the clutch is like, this is really soft. And I get in like all the way to the floor and like nothing. Like, what did you do? You ruined my clutch. But actually it was my girlfriend at the time. I let her drive it before that. In Seattle. You know, those hills.
Yeah, if I was in Seattle, a clutch would
Nope.
be horrible. But
Yes,
or
it
it's
was.
manual
Thank
would be-
you. You're
It's like-
welcome.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
We did once. We were stuck in Hempfest traffic,
Huh.
and it was like those
Oh
those
my
hills. Like the person behind us finally caught on.
Mhm.
We rolled like 5 feet every time we had to stop
Had to
and
go.
go. It was like, oh Jesus.
You ever put the parking brake on and just gun it
Yeah.
and then take the parking brake
Yeah.
off?
I got pretty good with the maneuvering, holding the brake with my right foot and turning my foot sideways and hitting the gas.
Nice.
I'm not in a
Nice.
truck. I had a Ford Ranger, 88 Ford Ranger, and all the pedals were pretty lined up.
Kills your
Yep.
clutch so bad though.
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
Yeah, it's either that or run into the guy behind me, though. So.
Yeah.
And his old crappy truck.
You just
so,
go really
yeah.
slow until it just bumps. I'm like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
You just hold your brakes, sir.
I had a fun experience last week. The boss's little tiny Isuzu broke down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
tiny little thing.
I got sorry about that too. It's fine. Good.
And he called me over to give him a tow. It was just outside of town. It was no big deal. Just tow him
Sorry.
like a mile and a half
Not you, man.
back into town. And it was the first time I've ever used a Ford to tow something that was not a Ford. As you may have guessed, I really don't like Fords at this point in my life.
I like Ford. Ford's good.
I loved my
like it.
88 Ford Ranger.
Mustang, man. And Rangers are great too.
$50 for it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was,
That's awesome.
My boss bought a Ford Ranger for $250.
Mm-hmm.
Runs, drives, he's still waiting on the title. And then we found a dollar in the cup holder. So he bought it for $249.
Hey. Every little bit counts. Every little thing.
yeah, I sold the one I bought for $50. Or I didn't. My mom bought it for me. She was sitting in some office. Somebody was like, "Yeah, I'm moving today, and that truck is just I can't take it with me, and it's just gonna sit there. I'll have to pay somebody to take it. I'd take $50 if somebody wanted to come get it today." And she's like, "I'll take it."
Here.
So she was like, "I got you a truck for $50." I was like, "Oh, what is this gonna be?" And I went and looked at it, and on the title it said white, but somebody spray painted orange and red.
Oh.
So it was like a weird camo white, orange, red color, and then I wound up painting it red, and then putting some big tires on it that rubbed.
Mhm.
Like they were too big.
A little bit
so
too
it
big,
Rubbed, rubbed the front fenders pretty good.
Every time you turn.
Yeah, and it didn't have 4-wheel drive, but oh man, I love that truck. And I remember the door used to pop. The window didn't roll down, and the door used to pop off every time. So I got pulled over once, and I thought the guy was gonna pull his gun on me, the cop, because I opened my door when he was walking up, and I was like, hey, sorry,
Sorry.
Good call.
I was like, my window don't roll down. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've had that happen before, and they just walk around to the other side.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you crack open the door and you talk to him that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten pulled over so many times in my life. So many times.
I have two in this town.
Really?
Probably 12 to 15 times in that truck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And then I got a new car. Never got pulled over.
Yep.
Yes.
But I got one ticket going to Spokane to see Sarah. On the way home, I think it was. I was passing somebody going 84 and a 70. And I was just going around two semis because they were just spraying me with water. And I went around and it was raining, so the cop just ran up and was like, "License," took it, came back, "Here's your ticket." I went
Not
and got
even-
it deferred, and then I was like, I sent in $200, and it was my first ticket, so I got it deferred. But I've been pulled over like, I don't know, like 12, at least 12 to 15 or more times in this town.
Man.
For
Yep.
stupid little things like
Yes.
you have a ball hitch obstructing your light. The time that I opened my door, it was like 2 a.m. I was giving my buddy a ride home, and he's going this way, and where it turns from 40 to 50 on the between South Bend and Raymond, and he flips around and comes up right behind me, and I was like, you obviously didn't see there was a ball hitch. That's what he says. You know you have a ball hitch obstructing your license plate, and I was like, well, yeah. But,
going the wrong way.
And I was like, how did you see that? Like, but it's always been like license plate light.
That's a big one.
One time he said it was a headlight, and I went and looked, and it wasn't out. And then light, and then ball hitch 3 times. One time, the first time I took it off. The second time I took it off, and then my boat floated away downtown, so I had to go put it back on because nobody was around.
Oh no!
And the fire department went and got it and tied it back up to the dock. So I was like, I gotta go get my boat. So I put the ball hitch back on, went and got it. Forgot about it. A couple days later, was driving around and got pulled over again.
Yep.
And it was just because it was an old truck. They were probably like, who's this new tweaker moved into town or something?
That's exactly
probably
it.
what I was.
Per capita, we have way too many policemen.
I'm surprised that I haven't got pulled over yet with my mannequin head in the car. I mean, Ken's been sitting there for months.
That freaking doll head has gotten me so many times.
Yep. It has.
So many times.
Every time Cole
and then sometimes he'll put sunglasses on it.
Yeah. I mean, Ken wants to look, he wants to look fancy. My dad got mad at me, like, you do that to, trick people, see if there's somebody in the car. I'm like, no, I just don't like it.
There was this really creepy Gene Simmons doll at a garage sale yesterday. My mom was like, you need to buy it. It's only 25 cents. Put it in your car. I'm like, I don't need any more junk right now, for one. It was like, for 2, I don't think a creepy Gene Simmons.
I almost bought it. Almost. For in here.
Yeah, I was like, for like a decoration, but I was like, I'm not going to put it in my truck.
Nah, we're good.
I got a bumper sticker on my truck. That's that's all decorating I'm going to do.
I don't know if you've seen the Festiva that I bought, but it's red and white.
Pretty sure you've seen it driving around.
I'm sure you have. It's been around Raymond for a long time. Red and white house paint.
Oh, yeah.
House paint on it.
He brushed it.
You can see every single fiber of brush.
We know the old guy that had it before Brad got it.
Yeah.
And he was when he got that thing done, he was so proud of himself. Painted it all myself. Yep, you did.
Inside. With house paint. And the outside.
And the steering wheel.
And the steering wheel with house paint.
At least it wasn't latex.
All right. He had a suicide knob on it. Which...
Oh, no, neck and ball.
Huh?
It's a neck and ball. Necking ball. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Because you have that on there so you can drive and you can...
Oh.
That's what that was for back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Actually,
they were made a suicide knob.
They're made for tractors, actually, so the old guys driving could turn real fast.
But you're not really allowed to drive with it on public roads.
Nope.
With a suicide, so I took it off. But
I mean, you can leave it on there.
Actually, it was in the wrong spot.
Center.
Yeah.
No, because I just drape your hand right up top, like the guy, stereotypical American.
Yep.
Arm up top, and it's a stick shift, so obviously your right hand's going to be doing that or dicking around on your phone.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to be doing that anymore.
No,
that's an expensive ticket now. Well, no, it's expensive. Though, and I've gotten to the point with people, like, get off your phones when you're driving, because they've went over the line so many times and almost hit me.
Oh, I've recorded the guy the other day. Me and Sarah were on our way back from Aberdeen. There's 2 bikers in front of him, and I ride a bike, so I knew that he would, like, I've almost been hit several times. I was following Sarah one time, and guy in everybody's parking lot, or Thriftway, whatever it's called now. Yeah.
He same thing.
Pulls. He's sitting at one of those little pull-out areas, and she turns in, or she keeps going to turn in to the right on the last turn, and I'm going. And he stops for her, and then just goes right in front of me. Oh. And then I look at him, and I slammed on my brakes and fishtailed. I almost dumped my bike. And then I went like this. I was like, and he looked up from he had his phone in his hand. He looked up, and then looked back down and kept texting and drove away.
Oh, my word. That's
I
so
almost
stupid.
turned around and like followed him and chewed him out. But like, the other day, this guy, he was from Oregon or Canada or something. I don't know. Somewhere.
Canadians, they come.
Yeah, he had an odd license plate. I think it might have been.
Oregon drivers are horrible.
Yeah.
I have some friends down there.
California drivers are
Oregon
super
drivers-
aggressive.
Yeah, but
they're-
Oregon drivers are closer to us.
The
Agreed.
Oregon, the beautiful British Columbia plates you see go through town are just flying, and the Oregon people in Washington are bad drivers. Down in Oregon, they're not as bad.
Depends on what you're at. My friends are down there, like,
I've
okay,
noticed
we're
down there-
following, and not even like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know where I'm going, and you're gone.
But the
Road
guy
says
the other day,
25, you're going 80.
I was so surprised that guy didn't go right into a ditch, because he was in like this far in, like, off the road into the into the ditch, swerving off, and there was two. I knew that I had to know the bikes were like,
they're
and then I was like, either this is like a really old guy that's just like drunk and delusional or something, or it's just a drunk person, or they're texting. And I was like, okay, I figured they were drunk. Like, I was like, there's no way that he's texted, and he knew he almost like killed himself several times. I was like,
Right.
there's no way this guy's texting. Like, he's obviously got to be drunk or something. And I took the license plate too, just in case, like, whatever, you know. And so we got into town, and we
Good
get up.
call.
I was like, go
Good
up
call.
next to him, see who this guy looks like, you know. I wanted to see if, like, he was just looked like a drunk guy trying to hold on to the steering wheel. And we pulled up next to him, just some like my age guy just driving, and I was like, oh, he's texting.
He's texting.
He's like, he had an important text to send, I guess.
You know what I hate is when
Everything.
yes, is when you actually pull over to take a phone call or to send a long text, right, or to just handle your business off the road, and a cop pulls in behind you, lights flashing, knocks on your window, like, dude,
Well-
I'm on the phone.
well,
This is the law.
no,
I'm obeying the law, and you're still behind me with your lights flashing?
the reason they do that is they want to make sure you're okay. They want to make sure you're okay, and they have the lights on so people won't run into you.
I appreciate that, but I don't agree with it.
In certain spots, you are not supposed to pull over, like on the highway. Unless
You
it
see
is,
my point?
I know, but that's the thing. Unless it's an actual
Exactly.
emergency, you are
Right.
not supposed to pull over.
Yeah, a lot of times there's signs that'll
So you're
say,
damned
like,
if you do,
emergency
and you're
stop.
damned if you don't.
Yeah, or pretty much just an exit.
Washington
You know what?
sucks. If you're gonna move here,
Yeah, I like Washington. It's got the Fairy Blossom Festival going on.
born and
so,
raised
you know.
by us.
Yeah. That's Mead.
Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely.
It's was it Hidden Legend, Wild Elderberry Mead.
A Hidden Legend, man.
That's
They had the biggest selection of different kinds. They had just plain, like, honey mead, whatever, honey wine they called it. The elderberry was, like I said, was the most popular, apparently, because it was the most empty.
the one that was
row.
gone.
Right.
And then it was,
You can really
was
taste
about-
it in there too.
Yeah, it was like $18 or something, and the other ones were like 15. So I assumed this
that's-
one was probably the better
18's
one.
good though. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah, but the Viking's blood that I got, I saved the bottle because I'm gonna put my batch of mead that I made in there. But
good. And what'd you say this bottle was?
it was like a ceramic stone or something. I don't.
Nice.
It looks like stone, but I think it's ceramic.
Like old, authentic.
Is that the one Tavish brought the other day? Oh, the other
It's
day.
really good.
Months and
Months
months
ago?
ago.
It's like a dark
Vlad?
yellow. BLOD, Viking's blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the same thing.
Tried
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
It's you smell it. It smells
It's
like
angry.
a bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it smells like straight bourbon, but you can tell it has that sweet smell to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you taste it, and it has kind of, you can tell that you definitely know there's honey there. And then,
Mm-hmm.
but the guy, I watched a video on YouTube of the guy that makes it.
Mhm.
He on the bottle it says hibiscus, I think it is, and
Gross.
hibiscus and hops and honey wine. Or mead. That's what it is. And I'm like, well, how does he get it 19%? Because I don't know very many yeasts that go up that high before it starts killing it off and have that much flavor in where it just doesn't taste like straight alcohol almost.
Yeah.
Right.
So I looked at it, and he adds alcohol to it. So I don't know what kind.
Does he?
I was assuming
Ah.
bourbon because
Yeah, I mean,
that's
that makes
kinda
sense.
That's kind of what it tastes like. But
that garage sale down there, my dad got a bottle of Everclear for $1.
which garage sale? The one in Riverview?
Yeah, no, the one right
Or
down.
Riverdale?
Yeah, yep.
Huh.
They had a bottle of Everclear, like
You guys
maybe
must have got there
maybe
before me.
yeah. It's like one little swig was taken
bought
out of it, and
One of those crocks or cookers like this big.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was $10, and I was like, "You take 5 for it?" She's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, awesome."
yeah, there's one to get rid of everything.
Yeah, I told
care?
them 20 for a $30 smoker. I was like, "Would you take $20 or $40?" And I told them 30, and they were like, Yeah, and then my mom offered it. She told me about it, so I was like, went down there. It's missing a couple racks, and the racks are like $14 each. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
You guys are way nicer than I am.
No.
I should
We're
bargain.
smart.
I should bargain a lot more.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's worth that, so I'll pay that. Like, no, it's garage sale, or it's that secondhand store in Aberdeen.
I feel weird bartering with people, but they I'm not a natural barterer, but
right.
But at the same time, she was like, we take offers too. So I was like,
oh,
okay.
There you go. Yeah.
And then that's when my mom, when she called me, said, hey, this much. It's $40. They said they'll take offers. I was like, ask her if she'll take $30. She was like, okay. And then I went and looked at it, and it was the exact one I like to use. I've had several of them. Mm-hmm. But it was missing racks, and the racks are just a pain to...
Yeah.
That's the every time I find a good deal on a smoker, it's missing the cord, it's missing the smoker pan, it's missing the...
So eventually, if you buy a couple of them, then you'll have enough to make like one or two.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I wound up selling
but then
one.
that's where the hoarding problem comes in.
I sold one to a friend for $30 that I got for like, I think it was like $10 or something.
Nice.
He was like, I'll give you $30. I didn't get like, I don't...
He just offered to.
Yeah, how much? He was like, I'll give you $30 for it. Or I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, hey. Sure.
Got a deal.
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Do you want to close the door to the studio?
That's not the door. That's this coming through. There's a.
I know.
I'm not sure if it's
we
gonna.
pulled out of the car. I was like, "Whoa, jeez."
I was telling Bob, we should have went
I
down
don't
there.
mind the
I think it's
music.
graduation party.
Oh,
That's what's
yeah.
going on. This is down the
Makes
hill
sense.
from us is I think it's a graduation party for a Hispanic person, and they have a live mariachi band.
That's live?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's why it's so good.
It's not bad
I know.
music.
I noticed it
at
kind of
all.
sounded like live.
It's nice.
Dude is pulling off
it's really nice music.
sweet
It's well
accordion
done.
solo earlier, man. He was just.
Wow.
Yeah, accordion.
Where do you hire
solo.
a live mariachi band around
There's
here?
there's the guys over in Riverdale.
Oh,
the,
that
the
one
big
big
bus.
bus?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that
oh,
might be
okay.
them. And they're actually pretty famous too.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They
yeah.
toured like all over.
Huh.
Never see the bus move anymore, but it might be them.
Yeah.
It's damn good music.
It is. I like it.
Do you want to check the podcast? Make sure we're
I'm looking to
recording.
there. Yeah, see it's right there. We got the
Okay.
time right there. We're pointing at the monitor. That's what we're doing. You see the levels? See, it's working.
All right.
Yeah, there.
Cool.
Then there.
Okay.
Down.
And see, there's a little bit of a delay too.
Yeah.
Just a slight one. I could probably take that off since I'm using the cam
I
link.
figured out chug myself.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. I beat you.
It's a competition, damn it. There's some jackass over there that looks just like me, and he's drinking, and I gotta out-drink him.
That's
The Lord of the Rings it.
Simpson.
I think I feel something in my pinky. Gotta love Legolas.
Oh, man. Legolas and Gimli.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me a little bit too much of my dad
Gimli?
and me.
Oh.
If I was my dad's age. Or if he was my age. He
Nice.
would obviously be Gimli, and I would be the handsome elf with all the skill.
That's obviously me. Yeah. That's my character I wrote for myself anyway. But
He's the
although
elf
my
and I'm the tinker.
my character's an idiot. Just come in, gotta put it out there.
But he's
the character
a
I'm playing.
super talented idiot.
When
I
it-
mean, you're
when it comes to
bordering
combat-
autistic because, like, he sneezes, shoots an arrow, and it hits the target and the other target at the same time.
It's one of those things where he's an idiot, but when the situation gets tense, it's like combat mode.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like, oh, what are we doing? Sausage.
And then the Tinker has some anger issues because it's based off of me.
and
And I'm always trying to do some damn things and trying, and it doesn't usually succeed. But sometimes it does, and it succeeds wrong.
See, I'm still trying to get people to like get animators and stuff. So I mean, eventually, we might have you do a voice too. If
If you're
up for
watching
it.
this
Are you talking about?
and you feel like animating,
I have a friend that does cartoons.
Really?
He can
contact us.
He draws frame by frame. And he did this one of a dragon that like gets out of his chair and like summons a keg.
Oh,
and then
nice.
chugs the keg and then farts out a big cloud. And then when this cloud settles, he's sitting back on his throne of skulls.
Nice.
He drew
hot
every,
damn.
Awesome.
so he can keep the background and keep pacing, but he has to draw
Does
every
he do it on
single
PC?
frame. Yeah, and he's my drummer, Mike.
Oh, really?
Mike Peterson, yeah, he's
Oh, yeah, because he
crazy
did good.
drummer, amazing artist.
Hey, maybe I could get him to.
Yeah.
I need to talk to Mike,
Yeah,
man.
definitely. He's a
I'm still. I got some of my Mead. You can just leave it there.
I didn't even shake it up for you guys.
Oh man, yeah, I need to talk to him about music and and if he's an animator, man. I mean, we can't really pay a lot right now, but we're.
Oh yeah, he's great at. He showed me some of the things he's working on. I mean, he's still working on it, like getting it going. It takes a lot of time. To do those, especially how he's doing it, he's got really
hand drawn's
nice,
like really hard.
Yeah,
because you have to have
really
like
nice
multiple
stuff,
layers and all that. Because I have a small Wacom tablet, which is a little drawing tablet thing, and that's helped me so much in just getting my drawing done. But animating is so hard.
Did you see the shirts for?
By contrast, I have a hard time making my signatures match.
Oh, have you seen mine? None of mine match. M scribble P. That's all you got.
I told my wife that if she ever needs to forge my signature, just write my name really fast with a heavy slant to the right. That's it. Just
I can forge Levi's name easily. L.P. / done.
If I gotta do my signature on a electronic, it just.
There you go.
right.
I just sometimes just. It's nothing. Just a heartbeat.
You ever tried to do your signature proper, right? But the keypad's at a goofy ass angle, or someone bumps you.
I had one. Is it Walmart? I think I went to write my name, and it was probably that far away from the thing. It started registering. Like, well, that's weird. Well, I guess it's gonna be just a weird scribble. Like, yeah, it's messed signature. Up. And they don't care because all that means is you approve that you spent this money.
Yep.
You put an X, you can do anything. But so he did.
You can literally draw a penis.
You can, yes.
There's been studies.
Oh, you want to get Mia's attention and she's not listening to you? Just say penis.
I hear you say that.
Yeah, that was great. And I know she won't watch this, although I made her subscribe the other day. It's great because she's like, oh, I just haven't done it. So I'm like, all right, pull up YouTube. We're sitting right here. You're not working. Okay. Like, gotcha, Mia.
I don't know many people that because I mainly do Facebook and I do YouTube, but I don't know how to. I have a YouTube channel, but it's like old. It's got videos from like when YouTube started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my.
Like it's pretty. I think the first video was it might have been like me like petting a deer.
Nice.
Like a 4-point or 3 or 4-point. We used to have a pet. Our neighbor wound up shooting it. But,
oh really?
Yeah, we had
That's
like
awesome.
there was 3 or 4 of them. You could pet all of them. They'd come around with the neighbors, make the rounds, and
that's
we'd
cool.
feed them. I think that was like the first video maybe of me. My friend would try to pick it up and kick him or something.
That's great.
But yeah, anyway, I was thinking about starting a new one for music, but
yeah,
I don't really know. Like computer stuff has changed so much in the last
it's all
5
on your phone
years.
now.
5 years ago, I used to be a king at YouTube. Like I could make and edit videos and do this and that with just YouTube video editor, and it's gone now.
They've changed a lot of stuff. Yeah.
YouTube video editor says like you can go to the website and it'll say click here and it takes you to this other one.
Takes you to the Creative Studio, which is
the
new
you have
stuff.
To buy for $60 or something.
Oh whoa, really?
And then it's one that everyone links me to this one, and it's really good because I downloaded it, the trial version, and it lets me. I edited this whole video that looked really cool and everything, of a song I recorded in my studio, and it let me watch 30 seconds of it.
Oh no!
And the video was all cool and stuff, and I was like, "Why does it say 30 seconds?" 30 seconds ended. I was like trying to figure it out. I was like, "This is." The demo version it once, and then it was like upgrade now to the full $60 version. Like I just can't see. I already paid so much for my studio and this and that. I just don't want to fork out another $60 for a video that all I wanted was to put my song on YouTube.
Yeah,
right.
It's an MP3 or whatever, I wanted to take that, put a picture to it, put it on a video so you can just listen to it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I've done before. And before I've done slideshows, but I was like, I don't care about a slideshow even. I just want to put a picture of it, have Mike draw me a picture, put it on there so you can just listen to it. And
yeah.
Can't do that anymore. I got viruses from 3 different video
Did you do torrents or did you actually do?
No,
really?
They were supposedly. I just typed in free video editor.
Oh well, there's your
comes up. The first ones that are sponsored. I don't know. 5 years ago, it worked. I'd go online, Windows Movie Maker.
That used to be
everybody
really good.
talks about how horrible it is, and I'm like, It has bad ratings, but it worked, and that's what all the ratings say. They gave it 3 stars. Like,
it's because it was...
This is a horrible video editing software if you're trying to get into it, video editing, but it works.
Yeah. Like, it works for what simple little
It works
things.
for what it's meant to do. You throw a video up on there, you want to put a caption, you want to make a little slideshow, whatever.
So you're saying I get 3 stars?
Yep.
That's all I wanted to do.
It looks horrible.
All I would do is oh, you guys got a bar here?
I know. This is great.
No,
Eventually, it might change. We might move, like, put like slats up, get rid of the green screen, just because. I mean, it'll save.
This is like high tech for me.
Oh yeah.
Like I just would really just
high tech for me too.
Man.
I used to my recording, how I used to record songs with my buddy is that I never knew how to make music, so I'd steal a drum beat off YouTube and I would play music to it.
That's what I do.
And then I would use the microphone built into the laptop.
Yep.
And then I would put a T-shirt over it for the screen.
Yep.
And then
Pop filter.
Yeah, as the pop filter, and then I would sing into it or whatever, and it actually sounded pretty good for what it was. And then I would take that recording, save it as like an MP3, and then go to YouTube.com, click upload or edit video. So and then I drag the MP3, click drop. It was just that simple. Click drop a picture, click drop the track.
Done.
You had a video, and it was
right.
There you go. And that's what. And then sometimes I got a little more. Windows Movie Maker, make a slideshow and a moving slideshow, and it was like, oh.
Now that YouTube went to the Creative Studio and they added it all to there, so I mean you might check that out.
Can you still use? Is it free? Or
yeah, it's part of YouTube.
Oh,
it's part of YouTube now.
Because I tried it like a year ago and I couldn't use anything on it.
This one you can edit pretty good.
So I've been putting off making a new YouTube channel for music because.
Hey.
I have subscribers on my old one. I got like 50 or something, but nice. I don't really want to.
I think I'm one of
them. I don't really know, but that's like a 10-year-old channel, and I don't know. But
I mean, you're welcome to use my computer too if you want to. I got Adobe, I got Premiere.
The Puyallup Fair
has
one of their rides on. I don't even want to call it a ride, but it's basically a big hamster wheel.
Nice.
That rotates.
Like the Gravitron side.
Right. And you're supposed to go through that into another attraction.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that like the Funhouse thing?
Yeah, something like that. So, my first introduction into YouTube, and you can look it up, it's still up there, because...
A lot of them I've...
In a kilt.
Private.
A kilt.
Oh.
And I'd had a long day, and a little bit... a lot to drink.
Yep.
And it's just me in a kilt. And I'm just trying to walk.
Oh, man. That's like the story of the night we missed the bus from the concert. We went to see it was
like it was 4 or 5 miles.
Oh, it was bad. We had to walk all the way to
it was a long ass walk.
Crap. Where's that? Right outside of Seattle. Where did your sister live? Not Renton.
Renton.
Well, Renton. It was past Renton. What's the one past Renton? SeaTac area? It's
Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. One of those two. Anyway, it's
around there.
Skyway.
It's probably about 5 miles from where we were at. Down by
Henderson. That's where the bus stopped.
Yeah.
So
we were down by
stupid reason it stopped at 11 o'clock.
Showbox.
Yeah.
Not Soto, we're at the market. And we wandered around and we'd been drinking that evening because that was the whole thing. It was bad.
A lot.
I don't think I ever told the story on the podcast actually. I was really gonna drink a whole lot because I was like, you know what? I want to see Presidents. This is who we're gonna see. We're gonna see Presidents. Like, yes, I want to see them. And so his wife had 2 rum and cokes, one with rum and one with rum. So I took the one with the small one, and I was drinking that.
My wife is pretty heavyweight.
Oh yeah, she could hold her own.
Oh
yeah,
she's Nordic. she's a Nordic. She doesn't feel the cold, and she doesn't feel the alcohol.
Yeah. But anyway, we were on the bus. We shared on the bus. We shared a 211 back in the 211 days when I could drink that crap. And about halfway there, these 2 big Samoan ladies got on that were way gone. and breaking into their
they
pack
were
of beer that they had. I was in the middle of the bus in the little worm spot.
Was it Sapphire?
But yeah, that's right names. And I was minding my own business. Him and his wife were right here, and they were chatting up those two, and they kept saying how beautiful she was, how beautiful Maggie was, and all this stuff. And I'm just not listening. I'm doing my own thing, and then from my peripheral, I see the one get up. She walks over to me. She gives me a hug. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. She walks back, and her friend goes...
They were gone, by the way.
It was bad. Her friend goes, well, give him one for me. And so she walked back, and I went for a hug, and she grabbed my face and went, ugh, just all up in there. I could not pierce my lips
there, Morty.
hard enough. It was so bad. And then she went and sat down, and I reached over to Maggie, and I grabbed her bottle, and I drank more than half of it. I'm like, nope, done with this. We got to the Soto, we got to the showbox. I checked my bag. I said, I have to pee. Went to the urinal, and it was nice and cool in there, so I kind of set my head down, and then the security guard said, let's go outside. Damn it. So then I missed the whole show.
Yep.
But then we missed the bus. That was the fun part. We're sitting there, and the wind's blowing. It's like, man, it's really cold out here. And
I hiked
sitting there,
my leg up on something.
and he's wearing a kilt again. And he goes, man, it's cold. Put your leg down. So he put his leg down, didn't have that nice breeze going up there. It was great. And then we walked 5 miles back to your sister's house. Oh, my word.
Jeez.
That was a fun evening. We got home till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right?
And then I had to drive back here from Seattle at like 6 or 7. That was fun.
Wow.
But that's my right after I turned 21 story. It was only like a couple weeks too.
Man,
it was
when
like
I turned 21, I was living with both my older sisters at the time up in Seattle.
That's always fun.
Same place. And like, oh, you're 21. Well, let's go out. All right, cool. So we went out to the world's most boring tap house.
Nice.
It was nothing but old farts and new decorations and no business.
See, sometimes that's nice though.
It was alright.
The Clipper in Olympia. I love the Clipper. You ever been there? It's just like a dive bar. It's like they have 2 sections. You have the section in the back where all the old people hang out. There's this bar over here. And then you walk through the door, and the other section is where the karaoke and the younger people hang out, the other part of the bar. I'd sit back there with all the old people and play cribbage and get old German beers for $2 a piece and sit there. Oh, it's great. That's one thing Levi and Casey do, my brother and sister-in-law. They let's go to the diviest, grossest bar we can find in Seattle. Like, this is great. Those are the best places to go. Any other place, like $8.50 for a beer. Just, I hate that.
The Casa.
The Casa?
There's a Casa.
The house.
That's the name of it in the Queen Anne district.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just the greasiest greasy spoon diner you've ever been to.
Nice.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Were you with me when we went to that Irish pub down by the ferry?
Owl and Thistle.
I think so. I think that's the one.
Been there
it's like,
lot.
It's like under the bridge.
Been there a lot.
That place
the
is
Owl
awesome.
and Thistle.
You get your Guinness and your bangers and mash.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Guinness too. I love Guinness. Anywhere that has Guinness on tap.
Nitrogen tap or whatever.
Guinness is always on nitro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know it was a mistake? Huh. Guinness was. It was not. It was literally a mistake. What happened was they were brewing it, and the brewery burnt down, so it roasted all their malt. And they couldn't afford it anymore, so they said, no, just throw it in. And everybody loved it. So like, oh, we're going to roast the malt now. Yeah, so it was weird. Huh. Yeah, I didn't even know that was what was going on. There's a new brewery in PL, Jones Creek Brewing. He's got a little, like, garage that he turned into a brew pub out there.
Nice.
And right now he can't sell pints because he doesn't have a bathroom put in, but he's putting a bathroom in. He's got a porta potty, and they're like, nope, can't sell pints. But he can sell you as many 3-ounce samples as you like. So you can go in there and order. I haven't been out there, but I've had his stuff.
I'll be over there. Give me
his
maybe
stuff's
tomorrow.
Yeah. when
we're gonna go over
Willowpaw
there.
first came out, it was good, but the one IPA everybody told me to try, I tried it, and I don't know if it was like flat or something. That tasted good, but I don't know what was up with it. And then all of a sudden, they just kept getting better and better, and they're still getting better. Every beer that I tried from them, I'm just happy with.
The Beyond
Hot
beer.
damn.
Yeah, Beyond
Beer. Oh, man,
It's like
jeez,
a fruity, nutty
man.
beer.
I
or
love
something,
that.
yeah.
That's
I've
the
lost
perfect
so many
winter beer.
memories to that Beyond beer.
That's only because you put Jaeger in the mix. That's the only reason.
And
You never. No.
Yeah, that one that's like an 8 or something, 8 or 9.
It was almost 9, I think.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
skunk cabbage is weird.
Yes, I haven't. Everybody told me they were like, unless you really like IPA and you like the double IPA or whatever that.
I'd say unless
it's
you
like a
really like
101.
skunk cabbage.
Yeah.
Because
That's what they said. It's a 101 IBU or whatever, the bitterness.
oh,
it was
heck.
pretty bitter.
I was like, I think people can't taste anything over 60 or 70. You can't really taste any difference between 70 and 100.
yeah, it's
Just so like
way up there,
there's been a
Morty.
few double IPAs that I like, but the best IPA, again, it goes to Fort George. The best IPA I've ever had was last year's 3-way IPA. They get 3 different brewers.
my mom and parents just had that at the Aberdeen the one place you guys played at, the little tap room.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
one.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I love that.
They usually call it the beta when they're testing, like they're trying to come
Yep.
up. And
This
then
was the
that's
release party.
usually pretty good. And then this year's, I don't think I've tried this year's. I don't know.
I haven't either. My mom had it, and she texts me. She's like, "Have you had this one?" Like, "Oh, I've had it before. Yeah, it's pretty good." And then, like 20 minutes later, she's, "Is it normal to not feel your toes?" I'm like, yeah, that's about right. She had a few. I got a poster from that too, and some stickers my dad grabbed for me.
Yeah, I got a free hat from the 3-way IPA. It was a bunch of
nice.
It looked like the Beastie Boys all rapping.
This one's like
box on
metal
the
guys.
shoulder. And then one year it was 3 violin players. And
Nice.
this year
It's
it's
like metal.
Yeah. And I don't know. I even messaged Fort George about it. I was like, the 3-way you guys made this year, or this was last year. I was like, 3-way you guys made this year, like you should not stop doing
Making that one.
because it's better than your Vortex.
Yes.
It's better than the last year's 3-way and the year before that or whatever. I was like, this is the best IPA or all around that I've had. Like it's unfiltered. It's just like a cloudy kind of a.
Yes.
That's how the
it's
Fields of
good.
Green was too.
Unfiltered.
Fields of Green was the next.
That one
second
was.
on the
Oh
list.
man, we had that one after we saw Last Jedi.
Yep.
That's like a 7.2 or something percent. That one.
Unfiltered.
That one's really good
Good.
too.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, and yeah, those cloudy.
It was great.
But the
Sit there and
3-way,
drink.
man, that one. I bought a case of it.
Did you?
You can't buy a case from them, but
You
I
bought
worked at
enough for
bar,
a
so-
case.
No, I worked at a bar, so I was like, "Can you just order an extra one for me?"
Oh, yeah, there you
And
go.
they were like, "No, you can buy a case from us. Like, you can buy, like, we can't sell you a case, but we can buy a case worth." Like, so I went halves with a buddy. It was like $50 or something.
That's not bad.
I don't know if it was $50 each or if it was for like 25 beers or something. I think we got 25 beers.
25
or
for
something.
about
It was
50
like
or
a.
That's
It was like
fine.
That's
flat
a
of
flat.
beers.
That's awesome.
It came like that in the 4-packs. So I
Oh,
was like,
nice.
it was, yeah. How many was it? I think it was 6 4-packs. I think. Or 8. Yeah, 6 or 8 4-packs.
Nice.
Didn't last long, though.
What are you yawning for? Oh no, that doesn't. I know I'm gonna
Enough
have.
for a long time.
I'm gonna have Jones Creek. They have their brown IPA, or dark IPA is what it is. And it's called Safety First. It is awesome,
That's a good name for a beer.
and it's 7 something percent. But the flavor, it doesn't have like a super hoppy bitterness, but you can taste that and like, oh, this is an IPA, but it's not like this is an IPA.
Yeah.
And I mean, just easy drinking. Like it's good stuff. I had about 3 or 4 little samplers of that. He makes a stout, s'mores stout. Oh, what else did he have? He had an Irish red. He had a Kolsch. I'm not too fond of Kolsch
Nope.
because it's kind of it's like on the line because it's like that sort of pale, but it's a little bittery. It's kind of like North Jetty.
Oh, yeah, North Jetty. They made their red or whatever, the red beer.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it was really good, and they changed it like the next, like, had one keg down at the Pitchwood when I worked down there.
Oh, really?
It was really good, and maybe I think it was 2 kegs or something. I don't know if did they sell out to Anheuser-Busch.
No, I don't think so. They're
didn't?
still micro.
That's what happens. A lot of those breweries, they'll sell out, like Red Hook.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They sell out and they fill.
Although, I mean,
yeah.
the Red Hook's got the Ballard, the Big Ballard. That's a good IPA.
Oh, hot damn. That's a good one.
And they've, all these companies that sell out, I don't know if they start they use a different filter or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they start, and it's just not good anymore. I don't know. It's not as good as it was. Well, the North Jetty Red, that was really good, and then they started adding, like, I forgot what it was, like cinnamon or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he was changing the recipes on some stuff because we worked down there a lot.
Before, but the red one, it was really good, and then they did something to it, and every time I tried it, it was still pretty good, but
just not as.
I could tell they did something like they added something to it or something. I don't know.
The Graveyard of the Pacific that they do. That's their Imperial IPA.
I haven't tried many North Jetties.
That one's good. A lot of theirs kind of taste the same after a while. It's like, I mean, you can tell it's a North Jetty. Like, they put a certain thing in it that's like, this is... I can taste this, but this
Brewing they came down for the Raymond Days. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and they brought a whole bunch of growlers of sample beers for them to try to like see if they wanted to serve them on tap or whatever, and I got to sample a bunch of them. I was right when I was getting off work, and they had them out back on the picnic table. They had like 6, I think it was like 4 or 5 or 6 growlers or something. I don't know. And they had them all sitting out in a big old trough of ice, and they were just sitting out there, and they had glasses. I was like, oh, right on. And it was right when I was getting off work, so I was like, oh, perfect timing.
It was great.
Yeah.
We know what's happening now.
It was really good. They had one I didn't care for, and the rest of them were just super good. But
our first keg that we had was the Dick's Golden.
That was not bad at all.
That was good. And we lost about a gallon setting up the kegerator, because the first time we ever set it up, like, all right, what do we need this pressure at? 30. That's the wrong pressure when you're only going about this far.
Yeah.
We needed about 9. And then you bought Blue Moon from Pitchwood, but it wasn't the normal Blue Moon, it was the pumpkin Blue Moon.
Oh, I don't know.
Bottle's disgusting.
It was cheap.
But our first thought too was like, oh man, pumpkin. Ugh, we have to drink all this whole 15 gallons.
Yep.
On tap, it was delicious.
Yeah, it was. Like,
Bottles
I don't
gross.
like pumpkins. I don't like gourds at all, or squashes. But freaking hot damn, the spice they put in there.
Huh. There was one pumpkin beer I really liked, and I don't know. I want to say it was a Red Hook, but
Elysian does a good one. They
Yeah.
do 2 every year, I think.
And then there was a Shock Top, but I was drunk already. And
This
then
is
I tried
amazing!
a 6-pack of it to myself on the way. Like, somebody gave me a ride home, and we stopped at the 101, and I was like, oh, pumpkin beer.
Right.
I grabbed it, and then I drank it all, and puke tasted like pumpkin the next day. So
Oh, God.
I was,
Done with pumpkin for a while.
after that, I was like, yeah, but there was one that I tried that was, I really want to say it was Red Hook, but I don't know. Can't remember what it was. It might have been Blue Moon pumpkin. I don't know. Maybe it was Blue Moon pumpkin.
Because Blue Moon's got nice cinnamon to it.
My buddy introduced me. I didn't even realize they put pumpkin in beer until he put pumpkin flavor in beer, and he tried it. It was years ago, and he was like, "Yeah, try this." I think it might have been pumpkin Blue Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think about it, and it was one that I liked, and then tried a few different other ones that came through, and didn't care for it much. There was one beer they had down there, cucumber. Something.
Oh God, the 10 barrels, the cucumber sour. Oh
no,
sour cucumber.
They had that, and then they had sour raspberry.
That's
their beer. Their sours.
10 barrels cannot do anything good, in my opinion.
I've had a couple of beers from them.
Swill is about the only good one that I've had.
Yeah,
Swill's good.
That's the one that Bobby had on tap, and she liked it.
They had a really cool box
Weird.
truck painted the other day that I saw on an overpass I was going on the freeway, and it went over. I can't remember what it said, but it was hilarious. But it said 10 barrel at the bottom, and it's their delivery truck. I think it was like we deliver beers. I don't remember what it was, but crap, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I've tried. Are they the ones that do the Apocalypse?
Yeah, or
Apocalypse
No.
IPA?
that's. Wait, is that?
I thought it was 10 barrel.
Yes, so that is 10 barrel.
Yeah.
That one was
I
a
think you're right.
Joe IPA.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
And one of their IPAs I really liked, and one was okay.
What's Ninkasi's? Total Domination is Ninkasi's.
Oh, yeah.
That one's great. But yeah,
I'm missing a little bit
the
of
one that
memory
10 barrels
from that
does is
Total
like,
Domination.
Elysian's one of my. I've been pretty surprised by a lot of their beers.
I like
I
that stuff.
actually
space
got
dust.
to.
Oh man, you only need a
The
couple of
Dragon's
those.
Tooth, they sell out like almost everywhere. Like
That
they
was
sell
my
they
last
sell
beer,
a-
my baby shower. It was like a man's baby shower, board games and beer. And that was the last beer I had that evening that I can remember.
I know it's like 8. I think it's like 8.7 or 7.8 or 8 point something. I don't know, something like that. But I tried to get one the other night. I forgot about the 2 a.m. law or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And I get off work at 2:30. It was my Friday.
Oh no.
It's like I don't really get a Friday. I get off at Thursday night at 2:30 in the morning usually, sometimes later, and then got to go back to work at tomorrow. So Sunday at
Oh, you got
4.
back to work tomorrow?
at 4 p.m.
Oh.
or whatever. So I work swing shift. But so when I got off, I was like, oh, it's Friday. I'm gonna go get a beer and go sit at home because I usually stay awake till like 4 a.m. So I was like, okay, and I went and that's the only thing I wanted, and I stopped at the 101, and it's a friend that works there that I know. And I put it up on the counter. She's like, I can't sell you beer. I'm like, what? She's like, I was like, am I drunk? You think I'm drunk or something? You know, she's like, no, it's past 2. I was like, oh, I completely forgot about that.
When's
That's
the
the
cutoff
worst.
for that?
2
I think it's 2 a.m.
2 p.m.
That's why
Yeah,
most
2
bars
a.m.
close at 2.
When does it resume?
10? No,
No, I think it's.
9 or 10.
I thought it
That's
was
the one
6.
thing I was gonna
Or no,
ask
no,
her.
maybe 8. 2 to 8.
What
I
about
think.
yeah.
Because you can have like mimosa and stuff with breakfast, and usually that's around 8:30.
Bloody Marys and
Yeah, like I think it's 8.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
8's the time.
I looked
go to
it up
Vegas
the other
and
day
take
and I don't remember. That Vegas is no. Yeah.
When we went there, I kept forgetting, like, you can just walk around and you do whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like sitting in the bar and I'm sitting there having
no
a martini. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy, I'm like, I can just get up, right? And he's like, yeah, go do your thing, man. Huh. I just sat there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to play any games. I'm going to
Yeah.
sit here and drink my martini.
Yeah.
When we got there kind of late. Well, I guess it was like a little after midnight. Bobby was like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Just went to bed. I'm going to the bar. I don't care. Went down there, and one of the guys, he wasn't newer, but he was trained to be like one of the head guys, gave me a top shelf martini for bottom shelf prices. Oh, it was good. Great martini. Had 2 from him. So the next day, I'm like, all right, yeah, hopefully that guy will still be there. It's the old guy that'd been there for years. Old black guy. I mean, he was, he was there when it started.
Nice.
He gave me bottom shelf for top shelf prices. I'm like, oh, you bastard. God.
That's in Vegas, man.
Oh,
Well,
I know.
he's the
Drinks are so
reason that
crazy.
particular niche has blossomed.
Like,
That-
I'm going to come back at 2 o'clock in the
Right.
morning and talk to the other guy. And the bar backs can do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can
Vegas,
you
you
tell
just
me?
got to go to those little marts. Those little mini marts everywhere.
I love that. Just
And
go
people
for it.
say,
Just go
oh,
to the bar.
you know, you can't drink this on the strip, and they'll put your beer in a little brown bag and staple it, and it's like, walk out the door and
Yep.
pour it in one of those cups. 'Cause you
Right.
can have
Seen that they
cans
didn't-
and you can have a plastic, but you can't have glass. So like you just go walk into a casino
Oh,
and
darn.
they have cups at the door on Fremont.
Yep.
So right open doors, you just fill up your cup.
Oh, that was a fun time.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is when you go into a tattoo joint. They're like, we can't serve you if you're inebriated. You got to leave your drink outside. Oh, darn. 3 foot tall drinks.
Oh, you guys got those ones?
Oh, hell
Oh, yeah, I got one of those $14 beers at the bar, like this tall.
They're from Dick's.
I don't remember which one. It was one of those bars where they have strippers on the ends, and then and then
Oh,
they got the
darn.
2 bartenders, and then I don't know. It wasn't the slushy bars, but it was the it was right on the middle of Fremont somewhere. So they had. So it was. I think it was like it was $14 or something. I don't remember for sure, but that was it was
32
pretty
ounces.
nice beer. I was like, yeah, I can't afford this, so let's go into one of these little quickie marts and see it. It's like they're $6 for 2 big mics or something. My card lemonade, and I was like, oh, great, get some of those. And I just went to do a casino, thought it was all sneaky and stuff, and pouring it into a cup. I was like,
nobody notices.
I was like, nobody's gonna. But I saw a guy right outside of the D I thought he died. Somebody knocked him out. Just
wow.
We were sitting there, or we're standing there, and there's like strippers or whatever on the stage, like twirling stuff and whatever, and they're playing bass music, like really rap music or whatever, and there's people dancing. Well, these 2 guys come up and they start going like this to each other, and I thought they were just playing around. Like it looked like they weren't fighting; they were punching each other in the stomach, like play. And then all of a sudden, worked their fist way up. They started. One guy hit him in the face, and he just went flat on the ground, and like you could hear him. You could hear the skull hit on the ground.
Oh.
They got on top and started nailing his skull.
Oh man!
Like his face right in the nose,
Just
pounding into the ground. The guy's body's just fucking.
Oh
shaking.
jeez, man!
Sarah was like, "We need to get out of here."
Yeah.
I was like,
go.
So we backed up, and all the security for the D just walk out, and they just have their hands like this, and just walk out, and they just stand in the entrance just to see, like, they're watching it happen, and somebody pulled the guy off of the other guy, and he's just laying there. I thought I just watched a guy kill somebody.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty crazy. And I was like, I was kind of expecting something like that in Vegas, anyways. Not a fight, but something crazy, but
something.
but that was just one of the crazy things. But he's sitting there. And so we stayed for a little while. It must have been like 10 or 15. I don't remember. We drank so much. We were probably there for like 15. There's a few nights out of like hangover, the hangover nights. Yeah, I don't remember how we got home. Sarah didn't either. Like, she's like, I don't remember how we got home last night. I was like, I kind of remember paying for a cab. I don't remember.
Like, I think it was the first night you guys got there, and she was texting Bobby, and she's like, it's like 15 minutes. He's already got me drinking.
It was too. Yep. She puked in a garbage can, like by the high roller.
Good call. Good call.
And I was like, just rub it. That's okay.
It happens.
But that guy, we stayed and we watched that guy. Because I wanted to make sure, like, I didn't
he's
just
alive.
watch a murder.
Yeah.
And yes, then I seen him put his leg up and his arm. He went like this to his head. I was like, okay, he's fine, whatever.
Yep.
Let's go. I was like, gosh,
I got offered Coke. That was funny.
Oh yeah, kids will go around and offer you drugs. We didn't get offered any drugs. But
mine was very stereotypical, like black guy. We were going from Excalibur across, and this short little guy, and he had that couple pieces of tape, like he just got decked right there, and he just walks over to me and Bobby and goes, you want some Coke? I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I'll just taste first. Like, no, we're good.
I did get offered weed from it. This black dude walked up to me, and he's advertising flyers, and he's
the flyers
walking around. He's like porn or something. I don't remember. He's handing out,
Yep.
and he's like, hey, Bob. He's like, get your free tickets to tonight's show, and he's like passing them out, and then he looks at me, and he leaned in, and he's like, got that purple kush too, man, and then he leans back out, and he keeps passing out. And then I got to the point where I just pretended that I didn't speak English or something. I'd just take all the flyers and I'd try passing them back to the people. They would get mad. This Mexican dude got really mad at me.
Oh man.
No.
That's their corner, man.
Yeah. Well, no, because I was just walking past, and he was like, "Hey," and I just handed him all my stuff. I was like, "Hey, take it."
Jeez. I gotta love Vegas. It's fun.
I know I've been trying to go back for a while now, but it's getting to be that hot time of the year now.
When we went, I think it was about this time. It was like super hot, and all of a sudden it started raining. Like,
yeah, when we were in a rain, we were there for like 4 days. 4 nights or I can't remember anyway, and it rained like 3 days out that we were there. Like not the whole time, but like.
And it's weird because it doesn't like when it's that hot, it doesn't even do anything. It's like it's that far above the ground and it's gone. Yeah. Like, this is just like a moist shower.
The wife is planning a vacation.
Yeah, you guys are going this year, aren't you?
Yep. July, I think.
Ooh.
And
we were gonna go for Memorial Day, and it was like, well, if you went from like Tuesday to Friday, it's like $190 to stay per person.
That's cheap.
Flight and hotel.
Nice.
And then, so I was like, well, I have 5 days off, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and I have Tuesdays off now, so I have. If I take Thursday off, I'll have like 6 days off. So I was like, let's go for like 3 or 4 days or whatever. and went and looked, and ticket prices just kept going up. And I was going to buy them the day before.
Oh, no.
Because sometimes you look the day before or the day of, and you can get a really good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Memorial Day. It just kept getting more. And it was $500. And next day it was like $580.
Clear your cookies.
no.
Every single damn time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clear
That's a
your
big
cookies.
thing. Or look at it in incognito
Yeah.
mode. Because if you're looking for prices on things, they'll take the data from the ones you've looked at and like, hey, this one. So if you don't clear, like, this one was only
I've heard they do
180,
that.
but this
I've also
one's only
heard, like,
190. And
Computers versus phones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they changed they were accused of that, like the Vegas trips or whatever, the package deals or whatever. They're accused of sending, so it's cheaper to go on a computer and look than it is on your phone, because most people look from their phones. So
and they don't delete their history or cookies or nothing.
yeah.
Yep.
So
And
I
Vegas
didn't
also works for
realize
tips.
that. Yeah.
So there's
Vegas
little
runs
tricks.
on tips.
Little tricks you can do. So they asked for our ID and card and stuff for our room, we put a 20 between it and asked if they had any complimentary upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady said, "Well, we don't have anything really good, but we'll see what I can do." And she upgraded us from like a single, like, what was it, a full size bed, up to like a queen with a tub in the room. It wasn't a hot tub, but it was a tub and like another little spot. And I was like, yeah, $20, man.
Yeah. That's what I've heard, that
And if
they
if
don't
can't
call
do
it.
anything,
They don't call it. Like, some people will say that's like tricks, but they call it I can't remember the word they used. They just say that that's just like a standard thing that people like to, like, tipping everybody down there.
Yeah.
Is like the thing, like that's, and it's
that's how you get more stuff. Yeah.
I always usually tip pretty well, anyways. But
Oh yeah.
they down there, I was like tipping a lot, because I was like, maybe except for the cab drivers. They were
Cabs. No.
They were kind of rude. But we
They're
started
douches.
doing Uber. I took a cab from the hotel, from the place or from the airport to the hotel, and I told him to take Swenson Street, and he was all offended because he thought he could take me to the airport or the tunnel and
The
go
long way around. Mm-hmm.
and rack up the.
Yeah.
The meter.
And he was like, we have Uber down here, man. And I was like,
Okay.
do you drive for Uber? Why are you
Cool.
advertising? For
Would you like me to get out so I can call Uber?
Yeah. So I did. I took his advice, and when Uber's way cheaper.
Oh yeah, cabs are expensive. Like, you want to go 2 blocks? $20.
Yeah. Uber is
walked.
pre-price. You see the price. It's like $8 or $16 to go from south end of the Strip to Fremont.
Yep.
I was like, oh, nice.
There you go.
They're always cool. Every time they were cool, way better people. Or they usually tell you, like, you can ask them to just BS with them. They're way more down to earth than the cab drivers. Get in my cab.
Oh yeah.
They'll stand like a gang, like 20 of them, and just
No, mine. And they like come try to get your luggage and stuff at
Yeah.
the airport. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
stop it. What was you gonna say now? You started like 3 times. You're too tired. Otherwise, usually you just kind of like blah.
This is way off topic, but I've worked in the service industry for too damn long.
Yes.
I've gotten
anytime
some
is too damn long.
Yes.
right. I've gotten some weird ass customers,
Yeah.
and they've given me some weird ass tips. So
We're waiting.
there was one dude who pulled out 3 bottles of wine, like held
Nice.
them between his fingers, held them up, like, which one you want for a tip? Alright,
Whichever, sir.
okay, sure. Like,
Yeah.
and I asked him, like, dude,
That's so
whichever one
scary.
you like don't care about for a tip, sure, absolutely. Otherwise, just don't bother. He's like, I'm trying to get rid of all 3 of these. All right, I'll take the one with a giant tarantula on it because
Just you.
maybe it's a potion.
You don't like spiders. How would you choose that one?
Because maybe it's a potion. It was all right. I mean, it was just
It was a red
wine.
right?
Yeah, obviously.
I got like a $5 in euro or €5 as a tip once,
Oh, really?
because our singer was a French girl, or maybe this was a different time. I don't remember. This might have been a different show.
Memories are hard.
She would go around and get us tips just by batting her eyes at all the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Dude gave her $100.
Whoa!
He gave her 20, and then she's like, "Oh, thank you," and then he pulls out 100 and throws it in there too.
Wow.
She had a strong accent too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big
Yeah.
bam right there.
So I was like, "Oh, you need to come to all. You need
Yeah.
to be our permanent singer now." Well,
You're just gonna be the crowd fluffer.
I think that was like right. It was right after she went back to France or whatever.
You had to
I
say
started
fluffer.
playing. It was me and my drummer or whatever. We were doing a show, and I think I talked about that band or something, and they were like, "Oh, we're from France." And then they wrote me a note that said, "For when you tour in France." And then I opened it up, and it had €5 in it.
That's cool.
Nice.
Awesome. That's pretty sweet.
Somebody down here got a tip as a BB gun.
Oh,
a
really?
pellet gun. They're Canadian. They can't take it across the border.
Oh.
They're like, "Hey, do you want a gun?" Well, what kind of gun? Oh, just a BB
Hold
gun.
on.
Yeah.
When was it last fired?
Yeah.
Are the serial numbers still on it?
Don't care, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I have a Dremel.
Yes.
Your serial numbers mean nothing to me.
That's the cool thing about tips is you always have money in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's like,
I've-
what's cool about
I've been getting tips a lot lately now, even doing the carpet cleaning stuff. Like, a lot of people are giving us more money. Like,
Good.
you don't have to give us tip for this. But thank you.
You'd be like that
Small
guy
wave.
on Mr. Deeds that just sits there at the door.
Yeah.
Like, well, thank you. I hope you liked cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
You want a piece of gum?
I I had one job I did when I was at the other carpet cleaning company, Olympia. It was like the first week I started work with this guy. Didn't know his van, didn't know anything. Doing the job, van quit on me halfway through the job.
Oh.
Tried to call him. Didn't answer. I didn't know what was going on. Couldn't get the van to go. Stupid vans like his, it's got a float in there, so when the tank gets to a certain level, it shuts the whole machine off. So you have to drain the tank. Didn't know that. Finally did it. But then I started realizing, like, I'm getting sick from something. I'm getting, like, really bad. You can tell when you're getting sick. Like, you start swallowing too much. And all that.
Yep.
I was there till, like, 10:30 in the evening
Wow.
trying to clean these people's house. I didn't get done until about 10:30. And they insisted on giving me $40 as a tip. And I didn't even get the whole job done because I was sick and the van was screwing up on me. I gave it back to them 3 times, and they, like, made me take it. Like, you take
Good
this.
call.
I'm like,
Good call.
okay, I guess. And then I tried to die for that week. Because I got a migraine the next day to where I tried to sit up and just about threw up all over myself.
Yep.
Like, I felt really bad calling my boss. Like, I can't work. I can't move. This is bad. This is so bad.
I first started working at a kindergarten. Not specifically at the
In kindergarten, he started working.
Yeah, I did. But I maintained these kindergarten buildings for about 4 years for this guy. And the first couple of weeks, I mean, when you hire onto a company like that, you're trying to just make a good name for yourself right off the bat, right?
Yeah.
Right? And it's got to be the first week. Pink eye!
Yep.
Freaking kids.
Yep.
Man.
You know
my
what pink
eyes
eye
were swollen,
comes
and they
from.
were just crusty and
I mean-
goo and oozing, and it was horrible.
You know-
Because growing up, I never had pink eye because I was homeschooled, right?
Well, but you know what pink eye comes from?
Poo.
Exactly. So, scratching it and scratching it.
No, it was from a kid walked up to me.
Oh,
I was
that one.
working,
Yeah, I remember
Well, I
this
was
one.
working on an outlet down by the floor. Walked up to me, looked me in the eye, sneezed.
Huh. I'll probably get pink eye then from it.
Unless he was doing something.
Unless he
not
was
so good
scratching and
before.
picking his nose or
Yeah,
something.
that's exactly it.
That could, that could be.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Never had pink eye, glad to say, even though I have 5-year-old.
Oh man, that was
She threw up on me the other day, though.
horrible.
It was a couple months ago, I guess. But she was in bed, and all of a sudden I hear, and then wake up. She threw up. Get up out of bed now. Bobby gets up like, just sorry. What's going on? Like, turn the light on. She just threw up all over me.
I used to have a good tolerance to all of the bodily fluids.
Oh, wait, your
not
like,
anymore.
gag reflex is gone.
Not anymore. No,
It's funny.
no. Wow,
I was skinning a deer a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I had to go over like, hey, I've got this deer. We found a fawn
Yeah, I
that
wanted
was
to
hit.
learn how to skin a deer.
So, and this new salvage rule is like, hey, I'm gonna grab that because it's only been there for maybe an hour.
Yeah.
And it was good too. It was good, little fawn. I mean, tender, baby
He
meat.
made some good jerky.
And I was skinning that thing up, and he wanders over and then just about throws up as soon as he gets over there.
At least twice.
Yeah.
At least twice.
As soon as you walked over, you were like,
Yep. And after that, I got used to it, but that first, it's rotten poo.
see, and I think
it's rotten poo.
your gag reflex went like way down, and mine went like
Right?
way up because before I couldn't even deal with puke. Nothing. Like dog and cat vomit, worst in the world. I'd look at it and just about go off. But now having a child, it's like, whatever. Clean it up. I don't care.
He just wipes off the mug and then serves a spear in it.
Well, there's the only ones the ones I pee in.
I'm telling you, man, just put a French drain out the back of here and just pipe over.
No.
It's just a French drain.
Well, that's why when it gets darker out, you can just open the door and pee out there. I'm sorry, dude. Pee off the steps. I mean, nobody's gonna see Jeff if he sits out there with his night vision goggles. But,
He doesn't care.
You never know.
He doesn't care.
Sitting there, oh yeah. Yeah, Jeff would do that. But he does have night vision goggles. I do that
Oh, good deal.
because the people that used to live in our house, they used to sit up in the top bedroom that faces his house. He's the one that lives right across the street, and they'd turn their light off and they'd look at him through their window because he never closes his blinds. So then one night he's like, I'm just gonna turn all my lights off, and he stood in his hallway with his night vision on, and watched him, and they're like looking with the binoculars trying to find out where he's at.
She just took a laser.
Yeah.
Sniper.
My cousin did that one time. We're driving, and some kid in another car had a laser that drove by, shined on. He's like, "Oh my god, it's a sniper!" You're an idiot. That's what you are. There's no sniper on you. It's obviously that child. I'm gonna go grab that other bottle of Mead, the small one. It's the one that Colin made, my friend, and it like turned to brandy. So I'm gonna grab that.
Oh, darn.
I'll be right back.
Don't suppose you'd happen to drag a couple of slices of meat with you back.
Meat?
Just in case you felt like it.
I can grab you some food if you would like.
Sure.
Fun meat.
I've had like 3 dinners already. Oh, man. So, tell us about the tattoo in your arm, the bear.
Oh, this? I had a friend draw this. One of my buddies works at the bar. I've been trying to get him to do tattoos for a long time. He's an awesome artist, just all around. He does not just like drawings and stuff. He draws in pen all the time. Like, so I'm like, you draw in pen? That's permanent.
Right.
You need to be a tattoo artist, man. So I was just like, I asked him one day to draw me a bear, and he did. And my intentions was a tattoo, and I told him about that, but I don't think he thought I was serious. And we had a work meeting the next day or something, and I went the day before and went up to Olympia and got the tattoo. He just drew it in like a shift. Like he would, every time he was not busy, he'd go over and over there and
Right.
start drawing it, and then I took it up and got it. He's like, man, I would have drawn it better if I would have. They changed it a little bit, so it's not like the exact same as what he did, but that's one. I got a bear claw too back here that I got done down in Riverdale. The guy
Nice.
learned in prison.
It's a fine way to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually really good too. That's like a good way to learn.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I told him he's going to Alaska in like less than a week.
Mm-hmm.
I told him when he gets back that I was like, man, I'll buy you a tattoo gun.
It's not meat, but it's bread.
Oh, thank you.
It's like
My dad's got a tattoo gun.
oh, is he selling it?
Yeah, I think he wants to get rid of it. He's got a whole set of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If he wants to sell it, I have a friend that I've been trying to get to do he drew this one for me, but
Oh yeah.
he didn't. I was like, man, he drew this tattoo the other day that was like Zeus, and then it had a nautical or had a compass on it. And he did it twice. The first time he didn't like the layout, I think. So the second time he drew the compass instead of up here, he drew the compass down here. He drew a tidal wave, and on top of the tidal wave is a sailboat.
Nice.
And Zeus, and then then a moon, and then on top of Zeus's hair turns into the mountains.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, man, that's like a couple $1,000 piece right there. If you
if
you
is.
were like, you're gonna sell it to somebody for $100.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, I will buy you a tattoo gun if you just tattoo me for like a year, practice on me. I was like,
hey, there you go.
but
Hot damn, man.
yeah, I was like, so when he gets back from Alaska, I mean, I'd love for it. I was like, because he worked at Pioneer, so I was like,
Is it Sid?
Sid, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 'Cause how
So I
long is
was
he gonna
like-
be in Alaska?
He's gone. I think he's gone in a week. He's less than a week. He's done at Pioneer. I think.
Wow.
I think anyway. I don't know. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Anyway, he's gonna be in Alaska till September. I think he said.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he's gonna work at like a resort or something.
Yeah, resort and salmon. He's gonna
That's
salmon
weird.
fish and like, because I got him into fishing like last year, or 2 years ago, and he's like better than I am now at fishing. I've been fishing my whole life.
Yeah. Don't you hate that?
He
So
just
somebody
goes around-
like, oh man, this is easy.
I was like, just like, and I think he just still has that drive, that passion to go out all the time.
Mm.
I just have lost that. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
caught so many salmon that I'm like, whatever.
I'll go.
Like if I get
sure.
enough to fill the freezer, I'm fine.
Yeah. You know, one of the guys that has to go out.
Yeah.
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 So this mead, my friend Colin made it. It's got a
Okay.
little sediment in it.
Good.
Like I said, about 4 years ago, I think, it has turned to brandy, which is odd. Like,
Huh.
yeah. See, you can just figure out the bottle too. It doesn't matter. It's weird. I haven't had it. I haven't opened this in probably a year or so.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right? It like here. It's like warm.
That kind of reminds me of my apple pie that I make usually around Christmas time,
Mm-hmm.
but not apple-y. It has the same kind of like spice to it.
Mm-hmm.
He must have done
you
cloves
like some more?
and cinnamon in that or something.
I think he did cinnamon. Let me ask him.
Nutmeg
I can
or something.
ask him.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
my
I'm gonna go ahead and take a little chunk of this
Yeah, go
if
ahead.
no one minds.
usually around
I
that
want to
time
bring
of year,
some
I
of it
do,
to the Ren Fair.
that time of the year I usually
I want Eric to
do
try it.
Indeed.
And Marcus and Jeremiah.
a batch of apple pie that's like cinnamon, cloves, brown sugar, white sugar, apple juice, and apple cider, and then 190 Everclear.
Nice.
And then you just brew it, and then I put apples in it too.
If
then,
you need any more carboys, I've got about 20 some odd plastic ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just let me
Oh,
know.
right on.
But I had a little bit of a brewing experiment when I lived in Yelm.
Bananas.
Yes! And I named them all after Red Dwarf characters.
Oh, nice.
When that dries, it smells really good.
Right?
Like it smells different. The elderberry one.
Mm-hmm.
Like smell it. Because it smells different when it's poured in there. It's got a stronger honey smell to it.
Yeah, this other one tastes kind of like one I had
that
at
is
the
honeycomb right there.
Astoria Wine and Crab Festival.
Nice.
And it reminds me of that one. It's sweet, but still bite. Except for that, the one at the festival that I tried, every one of their wines, I paid for the flight,
Oh yeah.
and I shouldn't have because the mead was good. Then they had another I think they might have had a Loganberry mead or elderberry
Ooh,
mead,
yeah.
and then all the other wines were juice wines, like they were half juice, half wine, so they were just way too sweet. Like,
I don't.
it just
I
tastes
can't
like
stand
juice.
the sweet stuff.
Yeah, it
Like
was too-
sangria. Blech.
I like sweet, but not too like.
Like
Not
sweet.
I like a port wines are pretty good.
But what I was
I
getting
can't
at
stand
is,
port.
Like a blackberry
I I opened one the other day that I've had for a while. I took like one sip. I'm like, nope. Can't do this.
What I was getting at is I had a little brewing operation going and had a hermetically sealed closet with an independent heat source. Right? It was pretty cool, right? It held about 10 carboys.
Oh, nice.
And I made some mead. My first attempt making mead, and as a third generation brewer, I thought, okay, this is going to be great. It wasn't.
Mine the other day wasn't.
It wasn't, and it just didn't taste right at all. So I thought, okay, man, I can't give this out to my friends. I just, you know what? It doesn't taste too bad. I'm kind of the garbage disposal for, all right, sir, I'll just down it. Unfortunately, I was laying tile in the bathroom at the time.
The flavor wasn't there.
I got
but
the
alcohol
proof right.
was.
Oh, damn.
It was about 12 or so. Yeah.
My mead's gonna be the next one. Should be if everything goes right, which it seems like it is. I think it was like 14 at least.
Nice.
If it keeps remaining the way it
The
is.
blackberry?
No, the new one.
The new one.
now.
Oh, okay.
My blackberry wine turned out to be 10.5. It just needs about 6 more months in the bottle. It'll
Okay.
be
Nice.
pretty good.
I made
2 years is like, or a year is a sweet spot. Then like 2 years.
Damn.
Anything
Tavish,
after that
that's
is
some
not
good
that
stuff.
great. But
So he said water, honey, oats, and golden raisins.
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Golden raisins. Yep.
Some people, there's a mixed. I follow the mead makers, modern mead makers on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a forum website or whatever, and they have, they always have these arguments like, are raisins yeast energizers, or is that just a wives' tale? But
Does not hurt.
Or
it
if-
may help.
if you look at the old school, like no yeast Viking mead recipes, it's like year 1700 or whatever. Like those are like the slice of an orange or of a lemon peel and raisin. Like that's kind of like
That's what they did. Yeah.
that's all they had. Like
Yep.
they didn't have yeast either, so they would use the natural wild yeast from fruit and the air. And,
Yeah.
And the outside of the raisin.
yeah, they would use the same stirring stick every time, so it had
Yep.
the same.
Oh, so it's
Wooden
but-
stirring
you
stick.
can't control that, so you never have a good never
Right.
have. Sometimes it'll be really good. One time it'll taste horrible.
Just disgusting.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's like, why is everybody so obsessed about sanitizing? I'm like, when you sanitize, you can control the environment that it.
Or you can use the same controlled environment and the same wooden utensils every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are also you lose. It depends though too, because like sometimes you'll lose stuff if you sanitize too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
that-
just
Or
There's
if
some
you
people
don't
that-
sanitize enough.
Yeah.
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 That's the
We
difficulty.
watched one guy on YouTube that he's like, he over sanitized stuff. Like you do this and this and this, and like, well, you kind of don't need to
Yeah.
do that. But it's
I just make sure
way
anything
overdoing
that's
it.
gonna touch the liquid is sanitized.
Yeah.
I don't like let it sit in the sanitizer. It says a minute. That's what the
set
sanitizer
it
I have.
and-
So I throw it in a 5-gallon bucket for a minute.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Let it dry. That's it. And then that's basically that allows you to put whatever you know exactly what's going in there. So if you put yeast in there, it's the yeast you put in there is what's going to be the yeast that makes the alcohol. So if you don't sanitize anything, it could turn out the same.
Yeah.
It could if
Like it could also
possibility-
just completely f
No,
up too.
it could-
Just
it could
gone.
people just say it has off flavors. That's how
Yeah.
people use it, and I can see that before because I've done it like Pruno style, I guess,
Yep.
where it just turns out
I used
kind
to
of
have
weird.
a recipe for Pruno.
Yeah,
Old
Ketchup
guy that I
and
knew.
My personal favorite is throwing all of your failed batches into a modified hot water tank.
he made a distill out of a hot water tank.
I made it still when I was like 18, and now I thought about it the other day. I was like, I'm glad I didn't use that thing.
I have a small
I made
one.
it, and I'm glad I never used it because if I did, it probably wouldn't be here. I would have blown myself
It's the biggest thing.
Oh,
is,
the entire thing started rocking back and forth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you got to get it the right temperature. You got to, and I wouldn't have done anything right. Like the way I was gonna do it was like old school. I was like, I come from a
Yep.
family of distillers, of moonshine runners.
This
so
is in my blood. I can do
both
this.
sides of my family, like my dad's side of the family, my grandpa, I never knew until recently why they don't allow alcohol at family things. It's because his dad was a moonshine runner and maker or whatever. And my grandma was always proud of it. She'd be like, "Yeah, my daddy was a moonshine." Or my daddy made moonshine. His daddy made moonshine. His daddy's daddy got run out of Kentucky for it.
That's awesome.
So she was like, and they still own like 180 acres or something in Kentucky somewhere.
Nice.
That had coal on it, and it also had like a hillside, and there was this cave on the hillside and a tree that hung off the cave, and that's how they got ingredients.
Oh,
They'd
nice.
take a rope and a bucket and they'd pull it up, but nobody knew how to get into the cave, so the law could never catch them. She's like, the still's probably still up there, like to this day. She always told me about that, and I was like, oh.
Get coordinates, man.
Yeah.
Go look for
I
it.
think they wound up selling it or something. It was all my grandma and her siblings like owned it partially, so they never wound up selling it. But they might.
It's probably still there. I mean, more than likely, I don't think anybody probably like went and
but I had coal, so I was assuming.
What you doing there, buddy? Just
had
trying not to be seen. You're fine. Hey, look, you didn't crawl this time. Nice. Usually tries to like army crawl across there. Oh, that's cool. Like, I have a small one. I have like a little 6-quart pressure cooker. Converted it. And I've made a few things, and it didn't turn out too bad. Yeah. The end product's gross.
Scares me.
It's not bad because you just gotta regulate your heat, and you taste your heads and your tails. That's the biggest part, is draining off the methanol.
Yeah.
Because if you don't drain off the methanol, then you got prohibition where you die.
Yeah.
The flavor it has, it burns your tongue instantly. Like the heads, like as soon as you taste it, it burns the moment it touches your tongue all the way back. Mm-hmm. So that's when you know you're not.
Is it just a shot glass? Is that the heads
well,
usually
so
I always heard 1 or 2. Or some people would measure the ounces.
I really didn't measure. I just took a cup and put it underneath of it and just let it sit there and do it, and then taste it every couple 30 seconds or so. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as you get to the point where it doesn't burn your tongue, and you're like, okay, switch out the deck glass, and there you go. And then depending on how much you're running, it runs for a few minutes, and then you can taste the tails, where it's like, this just tastes like gross water.
Yeah.
And the very end of it, when you dump out the water, it tastes like gross hot dog water, or smells like gross hot water. Huh. You know that nasty, cheap hot dog?
I got to the point to where I made mash. I made the still, and I still have the condenser part of it.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
I don't have it. It's at somebody's house, and they messaged me the other day. They're like, we still have your brewing equipment. I was like, it's not brewing equipment. Like, that's a still.
Hey.
But I built it all, had it ready, and I was just too scared to use it because I've heard too many horror stories.
I mean, it all depends. As long as you have good ventilation and stuff like that. I mean, I never had any problems.
Yeah.
Never. Don't close that door so hard. Cords, man, cords. So many cords. Yep. Yeah, you can just kind of walk around the outside.
Oh man.
Oh, look at the line you put on the. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. You have another one of those?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take one of those. I don't want to drink all of his mead at the moment, but
right.
we'll do this. So I'll take this moment, though, to talk about Fairy Blossom Festival while he's grabbing me a beer. Please don't shake it up. So the Fairy Blossom Festival, June 29th through the 1st. Oh, you bastard. You son of a donkey whore. That's actually a good one. That was a good one. So Fairy Blossom Festival, June 29th through the 1st. It's a Renaissance fair this year, right outside of PL, Washington. Go to fairyblossomfestival.com. Tickets. But you can go right down here, or on this side. I think it's over there. Push the little subscribe button, and then go all the way to the bottom and comment, and you can be entered into the Fairy Blossom Festival Weekend Pass giveaway, which is awesome. It's $45 value. You get camping, 3 days worth of awesome activities. You can come hang with us. We're doing the podcast from there. We may even have you on it. You never know. I mean, it may happen.
Actually, yes,
it might happen. I mean, we'll talk to you and everything. Like I said, go over there, push the little subscribe button, go comment. You're entered. That's all it takes. And June 15th, we're going to announce the winner of this contest live on YouTube. Live.
We're going to try our best to be not only hungover, but a little bit stoned as well.
Like literally, they're gonna just stone us.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I found the best skipping stone.
Nice.
I was just
You just jump over.
perfect.
You skipped
Like,
over it.
Oh, I grabbed it for your kid. Actually.
Skipping
But,
stone. You're like,
Right?
or your double Dutch stone. That's what a skipping stone was. This is gonna foam. Hey, worked like a good fart. It didn't like. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, see this sweet little chalice right here that I made. My daughter and my wife and I all went to the Painted Plate, and they give you you choose what you want. It's like $25 for this.
You mind if I take a close up look at that?
And then you paint
You
it.
gotta fill it first.
No, I know. That's mine. But yeah, I went through and I painted it all, and I sent them the little design, and they printed it out, and I went and traced it, and yeah. So it's like a handmade one. I might make another one so we can have two, but this is gonna be my drinking vessel for the Fairy Blossom Festival. So that's gonna be.
I really like that.
It's
man.
gonna be great.
If you were to make a couple of different styles with that exact emblem,
Well, that's this exact emblem right here, which
Yep.
is something that you
Yes,
guys
it
can
is.
buy.
Absolutely.
Like now, if you want to order one, yeah, oh, it almost holds 12 ounces. Almost holds 12
a
ounces.
lot of our stuff is made to order,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you've
Well-
seen our previous podcast as Mick has just downright kicked my ass at Neffeltoffel.
That's that old Viking game. That's the that one right there.
The gray and gray one with red and
The
gold.
red and green one. It's a 1,000-year-old
I'm a little
Viking
bit
game.
colorblind, so the
It's yeah.
Yeah.
I'm over them. I've known them too long. It's really fun though because you have 24 opposing
It is
forces
really
for the
fun.
one side, and then the center team you have 12 guardsmen and then one king, and you're trying to get the king to one of the four corners. But the players move like rooks in chess. You can only move forward and backward and left and right. Oop. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really hard too. He beat me once. I think I beat you twice.
I don't even remember beating you at that game.
It's because you were being a dick and like, oh, just move here, just move here. No, it's like chess. You got me in checkmate. That's it. There's no other move.
You're right. You're right.
It's almost well, let's see. Almost 12 ounces. Still a little bit left. in
That
there.
little
So-
swig goes
so
right in
it's
your
probably
mouth
like
as the foam goes
probably like
down.
11. No, this is to the brim.
Where is that little tiny harp of yours?
Upstairs.
For a long time, we had this.
You
running
had this
joke
thing.
where every time someone would end a sentence inappropriately, we just strum on the harp. Little tiny little harp.
So I have a couple other things too that I think I'm going to bring to the Fairy Blossom Festival. This one.
Besides his face, which is jokes enough.
This is the Yard Veil. It's pretty great. It holds 4 beers, I think. I think it holds 4.
Oh.
You 3 or 4. And then Das Horn.
Vikings horn.
I always stand for that somewhere.
The cod piece.
Pretty much. Or your nose.
If you heard that Amon Amarth song,
Which one?
raise your horns.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes. I'm actually making a playlist for the Fairy Blossom that we're going to have playing in our booth.
Yes.
It's like Northland and a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. I forgot how good this beer is.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Right?
I know I bought it one time. I just asked at 101. I was like, "You guys got any stouts?" And he's like, "Oh, we have a Mud Mountain Milk Stout." And I was like, I'll gamble on it."
I'm walking around
'Cause
the
I've had
camera,
some
but I'm gonna move
stout.
this 'cause
Yeah, sure.
you're being blocked.
I've
by
had
everything.
some stouts that I was like not too fond of. I like stouts to be above, like, have a bite to them, you know. Like
Yeah.
Right.
7%,
Right.
or like they have.
Good
I had
content,
one called the
good.
Shakespeare Stout from Rogue, and it was
very good.
horrible. It was
Their sodas are
4%
good.
or something, and it was like it tastes like a water. It tastes like you watered down just a regular stout.
I once
So
bought
a porter.
a gallon.
Yeah,
of,
basically.
I once bought a gallon of Mud Mountain milk stout.
Oh, that was so sad.
A gallon.
And that was for Cole's
And-
wedding.
It was, yes. Tavish the Chamber Wolf. And I had put it in the lower step of the contractor van I had. Again, Ford.
Oh, they all do this, but
And I just closed the door. And it's a Ford, so you gotta slam the door.
But
Didn't even know it.
Had to tackle my door.
Didn't even notice it. Yep.
my friend used to have an old V-dub squareback, so airtight that you had to roll a window down to shut the door. So he gave me a ride home one time, and I went and slammed the door, and he's like, "Wait!" As soon as I did, it went pulled me out of the car. Well, because the Germans used to use those, like in the war, if they go on water.
Yeah.
Because they were so airtight, they just little bugs and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. That's well, that's where the bugs came from. Was back in the World Wars.
Man.
I got some nice foam going there.
Yeah, pewter.
Float a cap on there.
Good.
It's worth it.
So I'm gonna reveal. I don't have it all with me, but if you go check out Nerd Buzzed, their latest podcast, they have a bottle opener that we made for them. They assumed you made it. I'm like, you jerks. It's me. I'm the one that made that crap.
That was Mick.
So we made some bottle openers for. Did I show you my bottle opener I made?
It's
Yeah.
I think it's the one with the copper in it.
Yeah.
It's damn
So
cool.
I made 8 of them, and we put our SMF tag on there and things. So we're gonna have those for sale at the Fairy Blossom Festival, and they're awesome because they the cap. They don't actually make a crease. Because I did it just right. So if you're a person that's into caps, it's the one you want. So you can see it at Fairy Blossom Festival.
Good point.
I already did my spiel about advertising, so while you were paying. Fairy's a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. Man. I think I'm going to, eventually I'm going to shorten up this table a little bit. I think I might want to move it in just a little bit. Just so it's a little more intimate.
Yeah.
You don't know me well enough. I'm weird. He knows. Well, and see now, mead affects me different too. It's weird. So beer makes me kind of tired. Wine makes me a child. Hard alcohol is, that's hard alcohol. There's no explanation for hard alcohol. And that mead
Makes me black out.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh
But I
man,
drink a
tequila.
gallon
Although
of
it's weird. I was playing when we were playing Neverwinter a couple months ago. I had Hornitos. My parents had the big half gallon of it, and they weren't drinking it. So like, yeah, you can have it. I had 7 shots. Well, the whole time I was playing, I felt nothing. Like literally nothing. Like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I can drive. I can do whatever. I can go to work.
Mm-hmm.
2 days later, I had 2 shots, and it was like I had 12. I'm like, what was going on? No idea what was happening in my body, but like that day, I was like, nah, you're good. You can enjoy the flavor. The other day, I was like, nope, right to the face. Although I got ruined with tequila for like what I can drink now, because our friend Asher brought Trace Generations. Have you had that?
Oh, heck.
So they make a silver,
That was really,
a gold, and a bronze.
really tasty.
And the
Not in that order, mind you.
I heard about that.
That's great.
That's a good band on there.
Oh yeah. The silver has the bottle's really cool looking, and then it actually has like silver paint on it, and then the gold has the gold paint, and the bronze has the bronze paint, and it goes with the color of each one, and it's aged
And
more
as
and more
me
and more.
being colorblind, I have no idea what any of this is.
You can tell.
I can see silver
you
and
can
I can
see-
see gold green.
You can see
Are you
clear.
completely colorblind?
No. No, I can see assholes.
Oh.
So brown. the silver, of course, silver, so clear, and then the gold is just a little bit darker, and then the bronze, of course, is even darker. So you can see the different color.
I see a dark gold.
As I'm saying, you
Or
can
a
see
dark, shiny green.
you can see
Is
clear.
the dress blue or
Oh,
or
I don't
gold?
even know. Like the whole thing with like
It's
Yanni or
freaking gray.
Lauren or whatever
Yeah.
that crap's going on right now.
You know what's
Right?
nice about that thing is
I don't
that
even know what it is.
I heard Yowie.
Yeah,
First
yeah,
few- The first time when it says it, I heard that.
Like,
and then,
what
then
is it,
somebody
though?
was like, it says Laurel. What's 2 voices and one's higher pitched than the other.
Is that what it is? Okay.
So,
So
like,
it's
if you
just
the
an audio
same
track.
decibels,
sound clip, but you modify the sound clip to be way
Well,
lower.
yeah, I know how pitch works. I'm just,
Right,
I don't
of
know
course.
what I've seen the Laurel Yanni thing, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, it's either one you hear Laurel."
If you hear it quiet,
hear it from what?
If I watched one in the White House where they went around and like asked like Trump and all the people. They were like, "Hey, what do you hear? What do you hear?" And they said, "Oh yeah," like everybody was like Team Yanni or like making some stupid thing out of it. I was like, okay. I was like, I hear.
Waste of everyone's.
First time I was like,
Blue or gold?
well, I didn't think it was gonna blow up. It showed up on my Facebook once on like one of those sites.
Right.
I listened to it once, forgot. After that, it was just like I've seen a million of those kind of things.
Don't care.
Don't care. The next day, I go on Facebook and everyone is just fucking.
Everybody doing it. Yeah.
Everybody's just talking about it. I was like, what's the big deal with this
I don't
thing?
yeah.
But I was like, it's obviously saying both. Like you can hear both if you listen, but you have to like.
And if you've been hit in the head repeatedly with
Yeah.
a sledgehammer, then you can hear
Yeah,
both.
it's just one of those.
Yeah.
It's just a new stupid
Well, it's like
thing. That's all
like
it
if
is.
you're a musician, you kind of can listen to music and you can pick out the bass part. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
can hear the bass line.
Right.
Like most people just hear music. Like, well, if I listen for the Yanni or whatever the what. After
You
I
can
heard
hear that.
Laurel though, I couldn't hear.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
That starts in the beginning. The Lu when it's the L like comes in like before the Yanni or whatever.
Huh.
So I was like, oh, that's really weird.
Did they just like up the pitch or
So
they
the
lower
high
it or whatever
pitch
it
is
is?
saying Yanni and the low pitch is saying Laurel, and then this guy proved it. He was like, okay, here I'll show you.
Like
He's
right
like,
in the
I'm
middle.
gonna raise the decibels of the whole track by itself, and he does, and you hear Yanni, and then he lowers it, and you hear Laurel.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well,
okay,
cool.
that makes
yeah.
sense. Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
So obviously, if you have better hearing, you're gonna hear Yanni. If you're older and your ears aren't as good, you're gonna hear Laurel.
Okay.
That's basically how it works.
Interesting. Yeah.
and
I
if
think
you're
can
really
find-
discerning, you'll be able to hear them both,
Yeah.
as you've said
'Cause
That's how
earlier.
the world is today. People fight over anything. So
yeah. It's a yeah.
so people are.
We hear both.
Address.
That's what it is. We
You
hear
hear
both.
Laurel, you're un-American.
Yeah.
I watched Ellen and it was on there, and then she showed this clip that was like I don't watch Ellen, but I looked it up
Uh-huh.
I
online.
mean, Ellen's not
I
bad.
looked it online.
She's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have TV, so I probably would have.
You
No,
YouTube.
so
Yeah,
she-
we
Just
don't.
all
it was
night
on-
YouTube and Ellen.
Yeah, it was on YouTube, and I just looked up the Annie Laurel thing or whatever because I was like, well, this thing's blowing up. I want to see what.
Yeah.
So
the
it was, so
original
she showed
clip.
it, and then she showed this other thing that said something like it just sounded like static. It was like, and then everybody heard it, and it sounds like a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they played this video that had a little bit of static, and it said, "The taste of fudge tastes great," or something really weird, like a weird
Yeah, just a weird thing.
sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Freaking commercials from the 80s.
Yeah, and then they played the first one again. Like, it sounded like a horror movie, and then it goes, "The taste of fudge tastes great." I was like, whoa, what? I was like,
That's
everybody
weird.
in the audience
What?
was like, and I was like, I was even kind of creepy. I was like, that is, I was like 3 a.m. I was sitting by myself. I was like, oh, that's kind of creepy sounding. But, yeah, but I watched, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of those, like, I like to watch those little brain teasers and stuff. But every now and then there's one that, like, gets everybody, and then it just blows up.
Every time. Let's just put like a garbage can right next to you. I mean, it's right there. If you break my glass, I'll be mad
This
at
looks
you.
like the thing in Vegas.
Yeah, kind
Right?
of, doesn't it?
Just a
You see
little
my
bit
huge
smaller.
tank
Except for
that I
a lot
have?
of those have women's breasts right in this part.
Yeah,
I
usually.
know, right?
You see my big tankard? The massive one up top there?
Oh, you know, I
It's
bought
an
one
ice
of the-
bucket.
Oh, the thing next to it. I
The-
bought
yeah.
that exact gas pump at a garage sale once. For
Nice.
It was like $10 or something.
One of these days we're gonna put
But
it
it
on the
didn't work that
podcast.
well.
Oh, really? Didn't work that well?
It worked okay, but didn't work like I thought it was gonna work.
Because
Like,
gravity feed
yeah, and it
Did-
did okay.
just kind of like trickle.
Yeah, it just would clog up. I don't know what. Probably.
I have a skull and crossbones version of that.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
I think I got that out of your dad's shop. That's where I got that. So that's like
Pretty much our dad's shop.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except one day your dad's gonna die.
Hmm?
I don't even like to think about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Old guys.
His dad and my dad were
odors.
like the same people.
Yep.
I don't know if you ever met my dad before. They're the new
name?
janitors over at the mill, Harvin and Tina.
Oh Oh, is he
Super nice guy. Way too much energy.
he works at the mill?
Yeah, he's janitor now. Yeah,
Okay.
we just got that.
I think I just met a new guy, janitor.
Harvin?
A guy and a girl. I don't know their name. It might probably him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does he have gray hair?
Yeah. Yep.
Glasses?
Wears glasses.
Everybody wears glasses
Yeah.
down there. So I always
He's got the old man glasses.
it's like impossible to describe somebody to somebody down there. They're like, oh, who works down there? Oh, it's so and so. Oh, they wear a hard hat and glasses.
Like that's everybody.
Yeah, every single person wears hard. And that, because you can tell when they have side shields that clip on. If you have prescription glasses.
Right.
So you can just wear your
I think
normal
that's
I've got
glasses.
some of those, yeah.
I think that's what my dad
Yep.
got was those.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can tell if somebody actually wears glasses. Like I just wear contacts and I have shaded, half shade, indoor outdoor sunglasses that they give you down there. Like you can pick indoor or indoor outdoor, which is like half tinted. So I wear those because then people can't see you sleeping.
Yeah. Because Sergio still works there, right?
Yeah, he works in the
kilns.
kilns at night. Yeah, so he works all day at his restaurant. Then he comes.
I used to do the janitorial there 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that through where you work for warehouse or is
no?
That through some...
Well, we're contractors. What we are now, like, because the company
contractors probably get ripped off compared to what the employees make.
Yeah, we get a bit.
Depending, yeah.
Because
That's why
we're
they
better
usually
than
hire out because they don't have to pay the benefits and the.
Yeah,
but
we get a bit because, like, we buy our own chemicals and we do this stuff, so our price is a bit higher. But from what it was, I'm pretty sure you noticed how gross the bathrooms and stuff was when you first started. Like how much better they've gotten.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell when the janitors are there and when they're not. Like even if you don't see them. Like
my dad's actually getting those. Yeah.
It's not the bathrooms aren't that bad, but they need to be updated like big time. Like,
and my dad's doing that. He's like, you guys buying this? You guys buying this? Instead of having the single rolls of toilet paper, he's gonna get some of the big ones to put in there. So you guys, because I mean, I know how it goes. You can go through 18 rolls of toilet paper in one day. The maintenance guy is there though.
They just had another maintenance guy. I don't know if he quit before. It must be your dad that I know.
Yeah,
does he work with a lady as well?
Yeah, my mom. Tina.
Oh, both of them?
Yeah.
My mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that must be them.
That's them.
They work so hard.
They go in there.
All of the hours.
Yeah, I see him quite a bit. I saw him yesterday. They wear the blue hard hats.
Yeah.
So that's how you know if they're contractors. Usually, if they wear the white or the blue. White's usually up high, like.
Or in my
people
case,
from other mills.
gray hard hats.
Yeah, if it's an old white hard hat, it's probably like Roglin's. But if it's like a new white hard hat, it's probably somebody from like a big wig from another warehouse or mill.
Oh, really?
Like a CEO somewhere. I don't know.
See, I still have mine because I worked there like 7 years ago. I have a yellow one, but I have like stickers all over it. Like, oh, it's crap all over. I think I have a Band-Aid on there.
I think orange, maybe orange. I'm not entirely sure.
I have a thing
but
for
it's
you.
Got stickers and duct tape. And
nah.
I put a little caution back there with duct tape on it. Just caution tape, right? I mean, this hard hat has seen some use.
Yeah.
And because in Seattle, you've got stickers to basically let you admittance into various job sites. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was thinking about having my buddy draw on mine, and then because they don't care, like your union. So
Under the Brim is a good one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. I was gonna have him draw something, and then I was thinking, I was like, I'm just gonna. I don't really care. I don't really care too much about putting anything on it.
Fanciest boy on the job.
Like I want to put
gift from my father. It's a hard hat for you.
That's a legit hard hat, too.
It's awesome, and you'll wear it. Yep, it's a cowboy hard hat.
When did he wear that at Warehouser?
Isn't that awesome? I don't know why he didn't wear it. Try it on. You gotta.
Oh, it's already maxed out for my ego.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh, it's not big enough.
Wasn't maxed out. You were twisting the wrong way. Oh. Yeah, look at that. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Got some Stetson here on the podcast.
Howdy.
You know what's great about that? If somebody drops something and it doesn't quite hit your head, at least catch the brim.
Free tool.
Yeah, yep. That looks
Protect
good.
it from the rain.
It doesn't look bad. Although with with the green screen, it kind of cuts it off.
That's for the Texas warehouser.
Yeah, there you go. But that was the gift from my father for you. Because when I was working down there, I only worked like 3 days a week, and the maintenance guys, I mean, they're I gotta say that break room's gross, especially when I worked there.
What's that?
Oh, moth! What the hell? They asked me one day.
Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
That's.
Oh man!
I know, right?
I got a fat head.
Same.
The maintenance guys asked me if there was a way to keep all these flies out of the break room. I said, well, if you take the garbage out once in a while before I even get there, the flies will go away. And they laughed and laughed. And then ever since like that day that I worked there, did that. Oh, careful! Come on, come on now.
Didn't feel a thing, did you?
Yes, he did.
That's what people do when they walk up by the
Oh yeah,
they
they.
always, bam.
Oh really?
Yep.
Yeah, always, and it's so loud too.
God. You have to wear that.
Put this on Mick and just smack him in the head a couple times.
We're good. I'm already wearing. You see, I'm wearing this cool hat, this little SMF logo that you could buy. Yeah, it's our new symbol.
I actually really, really like that symbol.
That's our new.
You done good.
Our new thing.
You done good with that
It's
one.
gonna be good. Actually, Colin did good with that. He's the one that designed this. I actually give him props.
Chamber Wolf.
Give him very, very much props for doing that because that's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yep.
I'm happy with it. Well, and we're gonna be changing our name to Stupid Mythic Forest instead of Mystic Forest, just because it flows better.
Yeah.
It just sounds better, and I don't know, it's easier. I mean,
It's sensible.
if you say it, if you say it enough, like Stupid Mystic Forest, it just kind of sounds. Everybody say Stupid Mythic Forest, it just kind of flows.
It does.
It's more like you have a list.
Yeah.
Stupid Mythic Forest.
Stupid
Mythic Forest.
Y'all got some catching up to do because I already have the lisp.
Yeah, we noticed. we did notice. It's not me. You're doing that at the camera. What did I say about that? Stop it. Oh, I saw it. Don't worry. I was covering my glass.
So for the Fairy Blossom Festival,
Yes.
we're moving your tent.
Yes.
Yep. We're laying some concrete for your wife to park on
Well, that'll come in time.
later on. Yeah.
I kind of want to start just put poles up first,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna add on where our car covers are here. I'm gonna actually build a thing onto the garage, so she has a spot for her car. I can park my bike in there. Which is nice. Did you see my bike the other day when we left the concert?
Was that the yellow?
Yeah, yeah, that's my bike.
Is that a 90 trail?
Yep, it says 64.
My dad has been wanting one of those since I was a kid.
Actually,
Oh, really?
my boss has a couple for sale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
great.
the
But they
Rock
run
Cool Garage on Highway 6.
right by Cases Pond.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, he got Honda 90s in there?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Do they run?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's an actual motorcycle.
Do you know what years?
Around your year.
'Cause mine's a 64. Mine's old.
I was going to get a
Somewhere around there.
69 one time that was $1,200 or something.
Oh, yeah, they're expensive,
God.
dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine.
It was mint. They go by hours, I guess. So it had
Yep.
I can't remember how many hours it had on it, but I don't know. My dad probably wouldn't write it now. He'd probably just put it up, but so I don't know if he'd actually need one now. But back when we were
Just
doing it,
wanted it.
it was like
These
when he was a kid, he
old
had
people
one.
garage sales are the way to go.
So mine
Yeah.
only has 1,800 miles on it,
Hot
and that's
damn.
and I put probably about 100 on it since I've had it.
Wow.
But my grandpa got it in Idaho from this old lady that lived up the street. That her husband died, and he bought it for $100,
Whoa.
and he used it to go up in the woods, just to go hunting. That was about it.
Yep.
And the old guy used to drive it back and forth from work, so my grandpa only put probably 500 miles on it. And he wouldn't let his kids ride it. Because my
Right.
cousins were jackasses and would just tear everything
Jump
up.
it.
Or jackasses.
Like they're better now. A lot better now.
All right.
My cousin Tony,
My cousins are.
he's one of those guys.
actually.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
My cousin Tony's one of those guys that would do the snowmobile races across the river. You know, they just floor it and hit the water and just hydroplane. Yeah, he'd do that all the time. He also would, in Idaho, you can just ride along the sides of the road. They have trails for four-wheelers and things.
Nice.
And when the people didn't like you doing that, they would redo their driveway. And they would leave a lip about that big of pavement. And he was coming home from the bar one night, and the ones he got would go 80, 90 miles an hour. And he went across this one driveway, and he hit that lip like that, and he endoed that thing. He almost killed himself.
Oh.
Because, I mean, it
no.
just tore that thing to bits. And my uncle got a Yamaha water-cooled, I think it was like a 350 three-wheeler. They outlawed them. They came out 1 year, and they said, nope, no these. So they were too
I know
peppy.
several people that have hurt themselves pretty badly on those three-wheelers.
This one's crazy, though, because
Another guy lost his foot.
Oh, really?
He said some mornings he gets up, forgets that he doesn't have a foot, and he'll takes it off when he sleeps. So he'll get out of bed and
Oh, no.
he has that. I forgot what they call it. The whatever something effect. I don't know.
The phantom.
Yeah.
Phantom limb.
Yeah, and he gets up and he thinks it's still there, and he goes to take a step and
Just bites.
Oh,
Oh, man.
wow.
That sucks.
My boss, actually, Brad Harden, he had this nice quad trail
Oh, yeah.
through his land, his neighbor's land, his neighbor's neighbor's land. No one cared, right? It's everyone rides the trail, right?
Where's it at?
Out in Nima, I think. Way back when.
Oh,
Way
okay. This is
back
a long
when.
time ago. Okay.
And unfortunately, one of his neighbors had to do some septic work or something, so they had an excavator out there digging.
Oh, no.
And yeah,
I see where this is going.
yeah, but he didn't. And he just. Oh no, there's no ground.
Just. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why he has a lisp.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, he just
Yeah. Right into the other side
Yep.
of the. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
cut his tongue.
Oh. Bit it?
Yep. Broke his jaw a couple of places. Broke his ribs.
Just everything.
Yep.
I'm surprised I've
You
never
gotta
broken a bone.
put up.
Never. All the stupid crap I've done, no bones.
Really?
Yep. I think I may have got a hairline fracture from the Power Man 5000 concert in my leg, but other than that.
We need to hang out. Because I'm
No,
be
you've
more
hurt,
than happy
you've
to
hurt me
break some
enough.
bones.
You've hurt me enough. I've known him way too long.
Way too long.
I never broke a bone. I've crashed. I rope swing one time, probably 2 stories high, at full of swing. Somehow lost my grip and just flat on my back. Totally fine. Just lost breath.
My personal favorite is when you do a couple of fractures and you try to go to work on Monday.
Nah,
And you just can't do it.
when I got that spot on my leg, because that Power Man concert, somebody stepped on me. Like, everybody's moving and somebody's foot just kind of went
Stepped
up.
on his ankle on.
No, not my
all
ankle.
of-
No, it's right there. Or so.
Oh
Broke
no!
my
Yeah.
leg.
Oh, was it?
And
I'm sure this-
Yeah.
It's like a hairline fracture because I felt it. I was like, oh god, that hurt like really bad.
Right.
Almost the end of the show. It's fine. I got this. By the time I went and sat down, if everybody left, it was like half a tennis ball was on my leg. I'm like, this hurts so bad.
man.
I was bruised from just below the knee to right above my toes.
Yep.
Just full on bruise.
Toes.
And bad working doing carpet cleaning stuff because we had to roll up hoses and things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rolling up a waterline hose and brass fitting, and it goes thump. Keel over and almost die. I mean, and it's just not even it's barely even a tap. And or Riley would get up in my lap and knee right into it. And, oh god, so bad. But never broke a bone.
Man.
I'm happy with myself.
Broke my arm 2 places, but it didn't.
Ow.
Did you go back to those two places?
I didn't break it. Somebody broke it.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody tripped me and I broke it.
Oh.
And then I landed like this on the ground trying to catch myself, so it snapped. And then I was in school. I was in grade school actually when it happened. I was it just felt like a bee sting kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got up and I was like, and the teacher was like,
tough kid.
Go to the nurse. I was like, okay, and I just sat in there and I just remember like putting my head on it and was like, oh,
yep,
this hurts. And then I came in. The nurse was like, oh, it's probably not broken. Yeah, you could probably go back. And then she's like, well, we'll just call your parents. And she called my parents, and then they took me up to the hospital, and then Judy Dant looked at it and was like, it's definitely broken.
Yeah.
And then she took an x-ray, and there's 2 spots where it was broken.
Oh!
And I broke my leg when I was like too young to remember.
Oh, really?
I didn't like crutches, so I'd scoot around on my ass.
Yep.
That's funny.
With my ethnicity, it's knee dislocations.
White.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Well, I mean... Jewish?
Jewish, German, Irish, somewhere around there. 3 times the
He's
right
got the
leg.
nose and he's kind of stingy, so...
3 times I've lost my right kneecap. Twice I've lost my left kneecap. The last time I put it back into place.
That's a gross picture of you sitting there with it out, too. It's nasty. It's like, here's the leg and there's the kneecap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
not fun.
The pain is like a 5 to 6, maybe a 7 on the peak. It's not the end of the world. But, oh, jeez, it feels like someone's drilling into your eyeball.
HQ is live.
I mean, it's
Oh, hey, let's play HQ real quick. What you're doing? You go ahead, keep talking. I'm too late.
It's a weird, gross feeling.
Well, I don't want... What? I don't want to talk about that.
I don't know if you've ever had anything
Never mind, we're not going to play
dislocated,
HQ.
but,
Gross. Yeah. I can kind of
I got the hang of it.
I think
but
I can pull my shoulder out just like a little bit.
The hard one's the elbow.
I don't even want to try. I mean, I can. I just know that I can do that.
Just pull.
You're gonna fall. No, ain't gonna work.
Right. We'll do it another time. But
Fire.
I don't want to do anything too.
it's like shaking hands with a grizzly bear.
Oh, sorry.
My hands, they're so tiny. Anyway, so I slammed the thing. I slammed the kneecap back into place, and I stood up, and I walked real slow, and I was on the job at a supplier, right? So I was just trying to look professional. I already had everything loaded, so I was about to head out in the company van. And the dude in the bay next to me was trying to load an actual HVAC unit, a big one.
Yeah.
Big old HVAC unit. But his lumber racks were in the way. He didn't have a crescent wrench. So, alright, so I'll hobble over there with my crescent wrench. Just help the dude out, right? He's like, dude, are you okay? Like,
no.
I saw you rolling on the ground over there a few minutes ago. And you're limping, you alright? No, I'm not. But you gotta get your job done. I gotta get my job done. We'll book it out of here.
You're too nice.
I really am. I really tried.
You are.
That was at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to go back to work. But
why would you even try?
The next job was like at Home Depot. You're buying a whole pallet full of blocks, like cement blocks, right? I'm trying to push it, the cart, right? I can't do it.
So every step.
I used
What
to
is
load
wrong
fridges
with
for
that guy?
Home Depot.
Oh,
Right.
fun.
I worked for Mr. M Trucking, and we contracted through Home Depot, but we were basically, to the untrained eye, we were Home Depot employees, but we were our own self-contractors. So that was
on, look.
don't
See-
work for Mr. M.
Do you see the sad face?
No.
I want to see if it'll show up. Where's it at? Oh, I might have washed it away. Oh, you can't hardly see it. There's two little dots right there. That was great. Oh. It's going empty. Sad face. That was great. It's like alphabet soup and it spells a word. Nah, it
My
said
alphabet
butt.
soup keeps saying things to me. It says, ooh.
Yeah.
Those are Cheerios.
That will not hold up in court, young man.
What?
Alphabet soup told me to do it.
You never know. I might be able to.
It's 2018.
That was pretty great. That's
crazy.
like when I was working at the
Right.
diner. We used a spoon to like spread ranch on some of the pizzas. And I
Even
set
him
it down.
saying the word diner, the diner, makes me want one of their fish sandwiches.
Are those good?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Sandwiches? I've had the
Freaking
oyster.
fantastic. With freaking onions, and they cook the bun.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I'm sorry, man.
That's right. Then I'm gonna see if I can find the picture.
Just-
we
We
used
ate there
ranch.
yesterday for Sarah's
Couldn't help it.
mom's birthday. And then
Oh, nice.
I like their stuffed sandwich, so that's like always
Wait, which one? You just get the stuff all?
Ah,
all
yes.
Stuffed hero is best.
Yep.
hero.
Yes, it is.
Because it's a hero sandwich. Usually it comes on the French roll, but then you get it with the stuffed bread instead. Or stuffed Reuben. Oh yeah, stuffed Reuben is where it's at. So you can find
I
this
think I had
picture.
the oyster burger there once.
Those are pretty good.
I don't remember, but I've never had the fish burger.
Okay. so
I've never had a bad experience
past
there.
that.
Ever.
I like
Let's
the
see,
food there.
12%. Their stuff's pretty good.
Yeah, I know,
Their
right?
stuff's pretty good. I mean, I'm biased because I used to work there, but and it all depends on the cooks too, though.
Well,
It all depends on the cooks.
I mean, you might be
because-
biased, but if all three of
Come on,
us
load,
like
load,
food
load,
there,
load, load.
that's not
Like
necessarily
I
bias. That's
like their
justifiable.
pizza's the best. I mean, for local like pizza.
Their pizza's okay. It's a bit too expensive.
Well, I mean, the price is a bit high, but
It used to
it's
not
good.
be that good. Like years ago, it used to be like sauce all the way around, and then it would just be cheese.
That's because
I don't
we
know if like
taught
the cheese
people.
went in like that.
Like he
And then
says,
I
it
never liked it
depends
that
on the
much.
cook.
And then the last like 5 years or so, I don't know how long it's been, but the last several years, it's been really good pizza. That's
Because I was there for a while, and then oh damn, where'd
but
that picture go?
pizza's expensive.
It might be
in
my
town if no
my
matter
other
where
phone.
it was really.
Good pizza
Yeah.
is, I mean, you'll pay $12-14 for a decent pizza.
Hell is it?
Media.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Well, so I had
If
this
you
picture.
get large, extra large, it's 25, 27.
Nice.
That seems like
It's a bit.
pretty
It seems
close.
like a lot, but
Seems like
it's
almost every-
also
but
a
it'll
lot of
feed-
food.
It'll feed a lot of people.
It's a lot of
Usually,
food.
yeah. Because I mean, you think like, oh man, I can eat like 8 pieces. Nah, you're probably gonna eat 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
If you
point.
took 5 people out to eat, you could each get a $12 meal, or you could buy a pizza for $30.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Party-sized pizza, and
Yeah.
it'll feed all 5
Yep.
of you.
Because it's
That's a good point.
And that,
See,
that's-
Actually,
so
that's-
people are
that's
like,
a good
oh,
point.
it's actually a cheaper. Like you may think, oh, that's a lot
Alternative,
for a
yeah.
pizza, but yeah, if you're gonna,
it's 12 pieces
yeah.
for the large.
But it's
But
a
are you
big
gonna eat
pizza.
yourself a party-sized pizza for $30? I mean, no.
I mean, around here, I mean, maybe. I mean,
Well, some people.
all the production that's going
Oh,
on.
man.
Me maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
thought.
the weed that people ingest too around here really helps with business.
I have an anecdote. So, you know where Linda's Fish and Chips is
Yeah.
between here and
yeah,
South
yeah.
Bend, right?
And then you have Oyster Shack right there.
Yeah. So, the Oyster Shack is thinking...
What are you doing, Billy? It's a bubble. Did you hear that? It was like
think I heard.
it was like a bubble in my stomach. That was it's like a really weird growl. Kind of went just, and it felt weird too, like right on the side. Okay,
That's okay if you die.
as you were saying.
So, the Oyster Shack is hoping to start a delivery.
Oh, really?
Right?
And Raymond.
Nice.
Right?
I've had
Now that
some delivered
includes
in
beer.
Raymond. What?
Right?
Is that legal?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If it's unopened,
There used to be weed deliveries.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
right?
Or medical. But
Can you imagine
probably still is, though.
waking
More
up
than likely.
hungover around here? Crazy, right?
Waking up hungover around here? That happens.
crazy.
And calling that oyster shack and saying, hey, could you send over a couple of oysters, a couple of half shells, a couple of deep frieds, and a couple of beers?
Yeah, that'd be great.
And they'd be there.
Yeah. See, and this is where we sign up for Uber Eats, and we're the drivers
Right?
because
Right?
actually, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about like getting my van nice and fixed up and being an Uber driver for weekends.
Yes.
Just because we don't have anything around here.
There was one a while ago.
Was there?
Yeah, in Raymond.
Really?
There was one.
But there's nothing.
That's what I've heard.
seen.
I've never.
I've looked at
Look.
the app and I've never seen anybody.
Could you imagine if Taco
Okay,
Bell
back it up.
delivered?
Remember, your mic is amazing. You don't need to lick it.
I drove by
For that
Taco Bell
moment,
on.
I had to.
But you don't need to
had
lick
to.
your microphone.
Your Honor, I thought the puppies might be lonely.
I drove by Taco Bell on 420 the day. Or after
Oh, I'm sure.
Right.
Was it like just packed?
I think it was in Cheney when it became legal, and it was just to the highway.
Jeez. That's great.
Traffic. Be like traffic. in
That's
Raymond,
awesome.
like,
I guess Kush Farms closed down.
What?
Yeah, they're selling. They sold out. Somebody, I don't know if they're like sold it in a different production company or what, but they sold out. The one on the port, they're still going. And isn't there another one around here too?
there's several
It's like the actual big
Green
production
Labs.
one. Green
Old
Labs. That
mill
one's
on this old South
that's
Bend
South
Raymond
Bend, right?
Highway.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, we're going
And
on
then
that.
That's the one,
was
like-
BMF, the big one.
That's the one
And then
on the port.
There's been several right next to BMF Medical.
That's where
That's-
Richie was.
Yeah, and then there was
He sold out, but
there's
he
still
got
the
somebody.
One, there's several that little business park or whatever it's called. I don't know, by the Willapa Log, the old
Okay.
Dennis Company cement place. There's
Yeah.
one in there.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the they do oils and stuff mainly.
Yeah, and then across the street, right from there, where
Where
Mr.
Doobie's
was. Yeah.
Is that still going?
There's several of them there.
Is there? Okay,
My
so
friend owns one of
I
those.
wasn't sure about
Nice.
that
I went
because
to go
after we
apply
had
there, and he moved into town, like several years right when it became legal. He moved here, and he was from Seattle or something, and he made a lot of money doing like eBay or selling computer parts or something.
Oh, really?
I don't know what he did, but he worked at a store, and he would get all the inventory first, and he'd buy it, and then he would sell it online for like way more, and he made like $80,000 to live on, and then he bought a pot mill after that too. So he had like $80,000 to just sit around
Hot
on or whatever.
Oh, geez.
Anyway, so he lived in town. He went halves. Him and another guy, they went halves, and they bought one of those, and it's called crap, I can't remember. I ran into him at Sergio's restaurant like a year ago. And he was like, you should apply, man, because I bugged him about a job for a year, like, because I was working at the bar. I was like, I want to work in the pot mill when it gets going, like I'll help you guys set up and stuff. And he's like, we're still jumping through the hoops to get legal, like to get the licensing and stuff, and it took so long. I thought he was just BSing me, and he'd never get it going.
Yeah.
And he finally got it going, and I didn't know about it for like a year, and I forgot what it's called now.
That's
I
a
can't remember
friend.
the name of it.
Yeah. Been there.
Well, me and him went hunting a couple times, and he was just the first guy. He was the first guy he met I was the first guy he met when he moved into town. So we just started hanging out and BSing and stuff, and then we went hunting a couple times, and then I didn't talk to him for a while because he just disappeared.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, then I think he just was running low on cash or something because he was waiting for the licensing, and finally it started happening. He got busy, so. Then I ran into him. He's like, yeah, you should come by and apply. And I applied, and then I got hired somewhere else. And the next day, after I started the new job, he called me, and I just like, sorry,
Yeah, I'm already working.
Yep.
I've lost a lot of good jobs like that too.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
That's happened a few times that I'm like, where would I be right now if I...
Yep.
I turned down a job at Guitar Center in
really?
Spokane for Comcast, which turned out to be a sham.
Oh, no.
And it was a sales job, and I applied on Craigslist and got the job, and it was a door-to-door sales job, which if I would have lived... And they didn't pay it for like the first 2 months or whatever the heck it was, and I was like, yeah, that's rough. And they were like, you could make easily $200,000 a year doing this job. And I was like, if you're really ambitious, you probably could.
Yeah.
And I made the first day, I made like $400 to $600, but I wasn't going to see it for like a couple months. And all the people that had worked there for like 3 months were like, it takes a while before you get your first paycheck, but once you get it, it's all like a lump sum of the last. And I was over there living with Sarah and her roommates, and I brought like a couple $1,000 with me or something. And I was like, and then I ran out of money.
Yeah.
Working that job.
Yep.
And like going door to door. And I was like in the snow sometimes, and I had a really bad day. I was like, my grandpa got sick, so I wound up moving home.
Yep.
And then I think I wound up getting like $160 check from them for working for them for like a month.
Oh, man. And
But they were like, really, I mean, it was like everybody that worked there was a cool crew and everything, and they probably could have made a lot of money if you're a salesman and you're really ambitious.
Right.
You could have, but
if you're just like out there every day.
I was like, so because they pumped you up. Like the first two, I worked there for like a week, and then I applied at Guitar Center, and I didn't hear from them. And then like a month later, after I'd worked at Comcast for a week, they're like, hey, let's I want to offer you a job as a head guitar salesman.
Oh, man.
And I was like, oh, sorry, man, I just got a job, it pays really good. I'm like, I'm pretty happy where I'm at. Sorry, like I'd do it, and I turned it down. And
you'd probably still be there.
I kind of still regret it. Like, I'm like, it probably doesn't pay that much, but still it's like
I mean, it's Guitar Center.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
Like, I love playing guitar, so I'd just sit in Guitar Center all day and sell people guitars. And it's like,
oh, how does this one perform? Let me show you.
Yeah.
No, you just wait your turn. Let me show you everything on this.
But yeah, and there was a huge Guitar Center over there too. It's pretty cool. Like they have like a wall of like where they have to like climb a ladder to get guitars off up high.
Oh, sweet! I've been in Guitar Center
really cool.
forever. I
haven't been in the Guitar Center in ever.
Well, it's because you have the talent of a rock.
Yep.
When it comes to music.
Yep. Yeah, that's about right.
The sound it makes when it goes by your ear, that's about what you can do.
I used to play piano all right, but then I got into construction, and it just murders your hands.
You need drums because you have your issues. You just take them out on the skins.
I got pretty good rhythm.
Rhythm has nothing to do with it. Just beat the hell out of them. You be a deathcore man,
hitting stuff with sticks, you might be a good drummer.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me some framing hammers so I can.
But so basically, that's all you think. Like, then you should go and apply for Slipknot because they have all like 20 people playing whatever. Although they sucked as soon as they changed their masks. Because they were okay, and then when they changed all their masks, I was like, oh, you guys suck now.
I just like Corey Taylor.
He's like the nerd that grew up that everybody picked on. Like, you're just garbage.
He's like 90% neck though.
He is. Yeah, he's just.
His neck is just like.
He's like that one wrestler. Yeah.
And he's like, for me, it's like.
He's like a human pug.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's got a Sound City soundtrack with Dave Grohl, the guitar player from the Police, I think it was. What's his name?
I believe you mean the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but okay.
No, the guitar player from the Police.
Okay.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it wasn't. No, he's an older guy. It's not John, whatever. Anyway, it's the Sound City soundtrack, and I can't remember their bass player, but Dave did the rhythm and the drums. Corey was the singer, and then they did a couple songs. But man, I was like, Corey Taylor can sing so good. I was like, Such
he's
a great
very,
singer. I was like,
very good singer.
why does he feel the
Look,
need to?
I love some Mead. I mean, I like doing that though.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm all like,
I was like, why has he always been such a screamer when he has such an amazing voice? Like, and you know,
It's because he was the nerd that got beat up in school to just like throw it back at those people. Because that's what he, like, his persona feels like. Like, he was that kid that got picked on. And just to prove that he was better than that he, like, I'm going to be in this metal band and nothing you can do about it. Yep.
yeah.
Pretty much. Where are we at for time? Well, we're about 2.5 hours. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's about time to wrap up.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll do one last plug for our stuff, and then we have a little... There's that beer in the bottom of it, though. That's fine. I'll pour a little. I'll just do a little in there for this. So we have a little, like toast, but a little saying at the end of it. We didn't do it at our last one, though. I was like, oh, man. So I'll do our plug here real quick. So subscribe to this channel, comment on this video to be entered into the Fairy Blossom Festival Weekend Pass giveaway. It's $45 value. You can come hang out with us, have fun, see all the cool stuff that's at Fairy Blossom Festival. You can go to our Patreon and support us if you want to. You can get one of these sweet shirts and hats. That's an awesome shirt here. For $35, you can get, well, not that one, that you can see through that one. That's
Not
an old
this
one.
one.
No, not that one. Not a sponsor. For $35, you can get a stupid merch box, which comes with either a shirt, a hat, and it comes with a special gift and some stickers and a whole bunch of stuff. Check that out. I want to thank you for being here. It was awesome, finally.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you for a little bit.
Sorry about your face.
And it'll be,
I know,
I mean, you'll come back.
Tragic.
Hey, ass.
I'm gonna catch up to you one of these days.
You know, we'll have you back on again at some point here. Oh, come on. Just link. There we go. Thank you. That's my hotkeys. Go to fairyblossomfestival.com. Get your tickets. It's going to be awesome. Come see us. And we'll do our little toast thing now. So we have... No, not quite that, but you could raise that one. But it's we have pints in our hands, pants on our butts. Now let's put this booze in our guts. So that's our send off.
Right.
Okay. So we have pints in our hands and pants on our butts. Come on. Okay, come on, Drew. Come on, you gotta say it.
This close to just messing you up.
I know you were. You were very close. Come on. We have pints in our hands.
And pants on our butts.
Let's put this God, you didn't have to.
Mead.
Let's put this mead in our guts.
Cheers.
That was a good one. That was good.